Good Nasty on a Wednesday. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. So if you remember correctly, a couple of weeks ago, I think maybe it was last week?
I think it was last week.
Was it last?
Yeah.
It feels like it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
but
I don't think it was.
we had
Thursday of last week, I think.
It was, yeah.
No.
I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday. I think it's like literally a week ago.
Yeah.
You guys have terrible memory. This was like 2 weeks ago.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, because you were going to
I
the
said
lake
2 weeks
the next
ago.
day.
Yeah.
Was I?
Yeah, so it
This
was a
while
Thursday.
ago.
Okay. Whatever.
I mean,
thought it was
Marcy,
2
when you
weeks
get to a certain age, all the days run together.
It's true.
That's fair.
Very true. If you remember, roughly 2 weeks
Be
ago.
careful.
Thanks.
Roughly 2 weeks ago.
Facts and facts here.
Jamie was a little late getting back to the Gauntlet. He had been chosen that day, but Grant Francis had to go get Jamie, and all of a sudden, Jamie started sending us some text messages, or actually Grant did, about how Jamie might be a little late getting back to the studio.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, Jamie went out to his truck and found a massive green sticker
Yeah.
on the driver's side window.
Yep.
One of those annoying parking stickers. If you've never gotten one, it's very difficult to peel off. You need like Goo Gone and
Razor blades.
razor blades, a lot of patience in order to get it off. Jamie, both that day, circled the building looking for the parking parking attendant who did this. And after we walked out that day, it was also looking for said parking attendant. Could not find him or her, and decided, all right, well, moving on.
Let's let it go.
Let it go.
Let's let it go, man.
You were ticked. You were really ticked off that day,
Yeah, blood pressure was up for sure.
but you let it go.
I did.
Jamie, about 20 minutes ago, came back into our office and said, I got another green sticker.
Grant sent me a picture again. Grant, at first I thought maybe Grant's
It's
the one
Grant.
with the stickers.
Yeah.
Would be hilarious.
It would be
actually.
amazing. I mean,
It would be funny.
It'd be life-threatening, but it'd be amazing. And he sends me a picture, and he's like, "You're not going to believe this." And it's my truck with another green sticker. So I just head right down. I told you guys, I got to go get something out of my truck.
Yes.
I'm down the stairs. I go. It's right there on my window again, and I'm like, son of a. So now I'm like, screw this. I get in my truck and drive. Carey, I passed you.
I saw him I thought he was going to grab some food. I flipped him the bird as we normally do, and he didn't even budge.
So
he
you
didn't
knew
smile. He didn't laugh.
something was up.
Something going on.
Yeah.
I went and parked. I thought he was leaving for the day. I didn't know. I thought he
No.
had a family emergency or something.
No, I was looking for sad parking police, flashlight cop, whatever, and finally found that person. And it was back around on the other side of the building, back like close to the parking in that little lot beside us.
By the way, if I can, I've been here since 2011. I have never, and I mean never, seen anyone receive a green sticker on their window,
There's a reason for that.
let alone 2 stickers over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So it's not like this is the norm around here. Like
No, I've
everybody's
been here 5 years. Like never. I've parked worse. Trust me. And so I find the parking attendant. It's female. So my temperature comes down quite a bit because I'm just not that guy. I'm not about to get up in a woman's face and be disrespectful. Just not. But I am still ticked off. So I approach with snark and kindness still, but I'm like, I said, excuse me, you're going to have to explain something to me. And she's like, what? I said, I've gotten a green sticker on my truck twice now in like the shortest amount of time ever. And I said, here. And I pulled up my phone and showed her the picture because I took a picture last time.
You did.
I go, this was my truck parked. I go, my wheels are slightly on the yellow line, but I'm parked effectively. I'm not like, it's not an egregious parking maneuver here. And she's like, no, it's pretty good. She goes, it's fine. I go, and today I'm parked even better. I backed up 3 different times to make sure I'm inside both lines. She goes, yeah, you parked fine. I go, well, why the hell do I have a green sticker on my window then? She goes, oh, no, you parked fine. But that's for compact cars right there. No, it gets better. I go, I've been parking in that spot for off and on for like 3, 4, 5 years now.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is not for compact cars. And she goes, it's written. It's just a sign. I go, bull spit, there's a sign there. She just goes in, and she very calmly, I mean, got to give her full credit. She goes, why don't you just go look on that pillar? And I walk down, and I mean, sure as all hell, a big white box with black letters, compact cars. So I went back.
And you drive
I drive a Silverado pickup truck.
So not a compact vehicle.
Not at all.
From the one and only Johnny Londoff Chevrolet. They got the Johnny Londoff Autoplex located out in St. Peters as well. But yes, not a compact car by any means. I literally felt like so bad that I wanted to take what was left of the green sticker and eat it just to show her how much of an idiot I am. But in fairness to me, when you back up in that spot, Carey, you've never seen it.
I've never seen
Now,
it.
Carey drives a compact-ish vehicle.
I've never gotten a ticket either.
I know. Well, obviously. But when's the last time you walked over to that pillar?
I haven't.
So when you back into this spot, like you open the driver's side door and you just walk straight up into the door in the back here.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I walk all the way to the other side over there, but like 2 cars down and look at the pillar?
So is this the one that is horizontal to the building? That row of vehicles?
It's right where, when you make that turn into the parking lot.
That first spot.
That very first spot.
Yeah, it's definitely compact. That's definitely a compact vehicle. I think they even have it spray painted on the...
No, they don't. Because
On the ground?
I looked for a sign, like a physical metal sign that might say compact cars only. No, but it is on the pillar. I mean, it is massive, too. It's like 20 inches by 20 inches with big black letters.
This story is so much better with you at fault.
That's what he
It's
said.
so much better.
He said he was so mad that he was mad at the wrong person the entire
I've
time.
been furious at the wrong person. I saw Carey, and I'm like, I don't even know what to say. Like, I walked away, and I said, yep, you're right.
You got me.
You got me. And then she goes, it's not only she had one ace, which was she dropped the second ace in the big game of poker and went, quite honestly, I could have had you towed because anybody who has 2 stickers in a short amount of time, I'm not obligated to give them the second sticker. She was being nice.
She was being nice. She was letting you off the hook.
Here I am walking around at 171 degrees, just like fuming. And now I'm fuming at myself.
Wow.
Oh, he was livid. When I saw him drive past me, I know when Jamie is angry because he didn't even smile. Like normally we joke around with each other, whatever. He was business. And I'm like, man, okay, man, something must have happened. I went in, parked in the same spot that he just left from. No clue, but I have made sure because he got a couple of green stickers. I'm not going to park on that damn line.
Yeah.
Now I know I can give myself a little room.
I love the fact that she goes, yeah, you parked. Yeah, no, you're right.
She was great. She's
You're
like,
good.
she goes, yeah, it looks pretty good in the picture. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm parked perfect today. She goes, yeah, I saw you parked great. I'm like, why the hell I got a green sticker? She goes, because don't drive a compact car. I'm like, what?
Oh.
That's phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you were able to solve the.
I'm glad he's
green
at fault
sticker.
because that makes it so much better. Like it is, he was fuming. When I saw him down the hall a couple of weeks ago when he was coming back for the Gauntlet, he was fuming.
We lost him for a minimal 5 segments after that.
He was hot.
He hadn't calmed down, I think, until 5:15, 5:30 that day.
Yeah, it's probably.
And it happened right around 4 o'clock. So he was an hour plus of being furious at this parking attendant who was just flat out doing her job.
Doing her job.
And helping you out by not getting you
And
towed.
helping you out.
Really did you a solid.
I was like, you could have done without that. Like, don't rub it in my face now, acting like you did me a solid.
Did you go back? Did you laugh about it with her?
Oh, no, I went back and I said, I see the sign perfectly there. I said I should probably start reading a little bit more.
Yeah.
And she just giggled and walked away.
Well, you didn't have your headphones in.
Yeah,
That's true.
They couldn't
That's a
see.
good point.
All right, well,
So, 2-0 parking attendant.
that's Jamie Rivers, Carey Davis, Andrew Marks, Anthony Stalter. The Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Cardinals got a win last night, gentlemen.
Yeah.
They won. They're going to play again tonight. The lineup is out. We'll have the lineup game next on 101 ESPN.
Fellas, it is time to get into Diamonds Direct. Whatever the occasion, they have got you covered. Earrings, pendants, bands, bracelets, colored gemstone jewelry. It is all there over at Diamonds Direct. They've got the best selection around, and they've got the best prices. I'm telling you, I've been going there for years. They have never steered me down the wrong path, and I always feel great about my purchase over at Diamonds Direct because I know that I'm saving money. I'm getting more bang for my buck, and the way that they do that over at Diamonds Direct is there is no middleman. These are direct importer prices on all of their diamonds, on all their beautiful jewelry. You will see the difference as soon as you check them out. And go talk to them. Go talk to the diamond experts over there. I've been working with Veronica forever. She's awesome. Evan, the manager, is great. The entire crew, can't say enough about them over at Diamonds Direct. You will see the difference in the people, in the selection, in the quality, in the pricing, and I promise you, you will be back time and time again over at Diamonds Direct. Check them out online. Go to diamondsdirect.com, but do yourself a favor. Get into the showroom at Olive and 270 at City Place. It's Diamonds Direct.
Programming note before we get to the lineup game. Brad Thompson, World Series champion, FanDuel Sports Network analyst, will join us in about 15 minutes or so. Bottom of the hour, 2:30. Brad Thompson joins us for his regular hit here in the fast lane with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Cardinals host the A's 6:45 again tonight at Busch Stadium following the win last night. The Cardinals will send Matthew Liberatore to the Hill. He'll oppose Jeffrey Springs, who is a left-hander. Guys, he's a left-hander.
Oh, the old LHP.
Yes, sir. You know me.
Yeah.
Or him.
Or them.
Yeah, or whatever.
Show us. Wait.
Whoa. It's a lefty, so what are you thinking?
Why does it matter? It's
Yeah,
the same
it's
guy.
a lefty.
Slow your roll a little bit.
Lars. Is it not?
I don't know.
All right. You know what?
No,
You
it's
guys
go ahead,
have it.
Carey.
No, Carey, don't do that.
Don't
just
shut down on us.
Hold
You
on.
all stop me in my tracks.
Yeah, we told you to step off the rubber, so don't throw a fastball at us.
I am, and tell you that
smoke
it's
us
a
in the
curve.
chest.
I'm gonna think you're gonna think it's a changeup. It's gonna hit you right in the chest.
Yeah,
I
which
just
is
got our
dangerous.
signals
You deserve
mixed
a
up.
beating for
Not
that.
if I hit you right in the chest. You got a chest protector on. What are we
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about?
but it feels
That
great.
chest protector.
Yeah. If you were mad, then come do
A
something.
pillow would have been better.
It's fine. He's
I don't
fine.
even know who you are anymore.
You got a bruise.
Go ahead.
Nah, I don't want to. Who
I
do
believe
you
in
think?
you.
Who do you
Anthony,
think?
I believe in
No, he doesn't. He's.
If I didn't, I say it.
Nah, I don't trust you.
Anthony,
Who do
I
you
believe
think?
in Carey.
He wants me to fail now. He's mad because he was wrong about the parking situation. Now he's taking it out on me.
I'm not mad.
Who typically is the leadoff hitter when it's a left-hander? Win?
I don't know. Donovan.
I think it's Lars.
Okay. All right. Well, if you guys both think it's Lars, then go for it.
He's lying.
I'm not lying, Lars.
Jamie has integrity.
You think it's Lars?
I do.
With a straight face, huh?
Dead straight.
Show us Lars Newbar.
You're wrong.
I told you.
You're a terrible individual. You are a terrible individual.
You couldn't read that?
I saw it.
Yeah, show us Mason Win, please.
Told you, Carey.
Bring me that.
Oh, stop. Just stop.
He's a shortstop.
Your day's not over yet. You just settle down.
Anthony, this is on you.
Me?
I told you he didn't believe me. You both stopped me. And then you allowed that to happen. I told you Jamie's got integrity. Look at him.
Damn. That wasn't even a crap
That was a
sandwich.
pretty big personal attack right
That
there.
was just a flat crap.
Whoa. Depends what the situation is.
Exactly. He knew what he was doing.
I was supporting you. How could you be mad at me?
No.
I've been through this before, Carey, where I've supported someone and they still got mad at me. And guess what? I'm still
It doesn't
supporting
get
them.
better. I know. Yeah, it's
Just
tough.
differently.
Your kids?
Yeah, that's
tough.
All right. Herrera here? Anthony, your guy. Let's
Yes.
go. Give that croissant, baby. Go.
Show us Ivan Herrera.
Oh, Yvonne. That's a French ass name, Yvonne. Yeah, my little croissant. Little cheese on my croissant.
Okay.
So we got shortstop, got a DH.
It's got to be Wilson, right? No, maybe not.
Wilson.
Yeah.
He usually goes clean up here on lefties.
So who the hell will this be?
Gorman's been hitting
Nice
lefties better, but I don't think he's 3.
If it's not Wilson,
Put Gorman there.
I don't know.
And
I'm
flip him
happy
to
with
Contreras.
Gorman at 3.
Because you're going to
Okay.
bat 3 righties in a row?
Yeah.
sure.
Heaven forbid.
Show us. Nolan Gorman.
You are so wrong.
Do you want to go Wilson here?
Yeah, let's go.
Go for it.
Show us Wilson Contreras.
What a shame.
It's going to be one of those days,
Lars
boys.
Newbar.
It's Lars.
Whoa.
I mean, who else is who the heck else
Show
is
us
gonna be?
Lars
Oh, my
Newbar.
goodness.
International superstar.
Watch out, they're running any walls or anything.
This has got to be
One
Wilson,
out.
right?
Yes.
Show us Wilson Contreras.
You don't know how to play first base. It's not that hard. Tell him, Wash.
It's incredibly hard.
Hey, anything worth doing is.
You're a first baseman.
Is Gorman here now at 5?
I'm assuming it's Gorman, yeah.
Show us Nolan Gorman.
Sorry, guys.
Is he getting the day off? Is it JC here?
Sure.
Oh, I don't like that. Hey, come on.
That defeatist attitude wasn't at you. It was like, really,
He's
what are we doing
Yeah,
here?
but I don't want to hear that from you. I don't
All right,
care what the
fair.
situation is.
Fair.
We don't ever give up here in the fast lane.
You're right. And I do think it's Thomas Sagasi.
Go ahead, then. I'm going to let you do it.
Show us Thomas Sagasi.
Richard, do I have a mark on my face? It really hurts.
See, you're back now.
Nope, nothing.
You're right.
I thought I hit you on the shoulder.
Good leadership.
Shoulder doesn't hurt very much, but my face does.
Okay. Do we think that Gorman is out of the lineup tonight? I don't
think so. I don't know why. I mean, he's probably just breaking up righty lefty, so I think this could be Gorman.
I'll go for it.
Where's Crooks at?
Show us Nolan Gorman.
Oh, wow.
Swings everything. It is brought to you by Gorman.
Dingers! Hang me a curve and I will hit. Dingers!
Sorry, Carey got excited.
No problem.
All right, so we need a catcher and 2 outfielders.
Is this walk it like it's hot? Does he get a chance to play again?
Unless
all the buzz?
Unless it's a catcher. Unless it's Pajes.
Pajes, yeah.
Pajes, Walker, Scott.
Yeah.
Show us Pedro Pajes.
Smithies, throw this at him.
Okay.
You're out!
Maybe.
After all that's gone on, I think this has to be Jordan Walker here.
Why not? Show us Jordan Walker.
Die for every ball. It's boring otherwise, plus it looks harder. The most important play in right field is what I like to call the janitor throw. Guaranteed out every time. I call it the janitor throw because it cleans up that are trying to take an extra base on you.
And go ahead, Jamie.
Show us Victor Scott, please.
Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
All right, Marsh, run it.
All right, leading off, the shortstop, Mason Wynn, batting second. The DH, Ivan Herrera, batting third in left field. Lars Nootbaar, your cleanup hitter. First baseman, Wilson Contreras, batting fifth. Second baseman, Thomas Sajaci, batting sixth. The third baseman, Nolan Gorman, batting seventh and catching is Pedro Pajes, batting eighth in right field, Jordan Walker, and batting ninth in center field, Victor Scott, the second.
Back. Stay fair! Stay fair!
Go foul!
I don't believe what I just saw!
Home run.
All right, who had Herrera?
Oh, just ask him. He knows.
That'd be me.
Great pick.
That means you're in
Thank
second place, Anthony.
Yes.
That means you are in second place. How does it feel?
It feels great.
Yeah?
My main goal has been to catch Carey. Nobody's catching Jamie. What are the latest standings, Marsh?
Jamie, 33. Anthony, you tacked on 2 points. You have 19 points now. Carey with 18, and I'm still at 6.
Does Marsh hit double digits by the end of the season? I say yes.
Yes. All right, give me that little croissant, Ivan Herrera, please. He's heating up, as they would say, Anthony.
I'll take Nolan Gorman, please.
Oh, we're swapping today.
Well, give me Victor Scott the second.
All right, I'll take Wilson Contreras.
That's what I should have took.
Okay.
I thought one of you was going to go Crooks.
Nah.
Off the bench.
It ain't a bad pick.
I'm going to chip away here. Like a true Chippewa.
Yeah.
You know they had a double-digit win. They were double-digit underdogs the other day, and they were able to win.
West Coast, too.
Yep, out in San Jose. Friday night. Yep.
Some say the win of the century.
Yeah. Some do. At least one person.
Sure does. That's great, Anthony.
It's a great win.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Brad Thompson joined us next. We'll talk to him about Jordan Walker. We'll talk to him also about the thing we were joking about earlier, Framber Valdez deciding to purposely, or not, cross up his catcher. Brad Thompson next on the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
If you're looking to sell your home and you are frustrated, maybe you don't understand the market, or maybe you just don't know what to price your house at, Take away all that frustration. Don't look for any average realtor. Look for the best. Call Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty. Tell you what else Gloria guarantees. She guarantees to sell your home at 100% market value, or she will pay you the difference. And she puts all that in writing so you know she means business. And why is she so confident? Because she's been in the business for over 20 years, and she truly understands the St. Louis market. She knows exactly how to price your home, and all she wants is to get you to the closing table. That's the main thing. Get you to the closing table for as much money as you possibly can sell your home for, and that's why Gloria Lou is always my first call. All you have to do is pick up the phone, tell her Jamie Rivers sent you in. Her number's 314-325-6888. Again, that's 314-325-6888. Or you can always visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. As always, Gloria and the seller must agree upon the sales price as well as a possession date.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals pick up a 2-1 win over the Athletics last night. They're back in action once again tonight from Busch Stadium. First pitch tonight, 6:45. Jeffrey Springs on the mound for the Athletics. Matthew Liberatore on the mound for the Cardinals. We'll continue talking about your St. Louis Cardinals with our guy, Brad Thompson. That is next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
We're hanging with Brad Thompson on 101 ESPN.
Hanging breaking ball from Brad Thompson. And boy, does he get a swing on it. Lift and separate and see you later.
Hanging with BT is sponsored by St. Luke's, ranked top 2% in the nation for cardiac surgery by Health Grades. Visit stlukes-stl.com.
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Let's head right to the Callier and Thompson phone line. We're joined by the one and only Brad Thompson, FanDuel Sports Network, 2006 World Series champion and all-around great guy. BT, what's up?
Guys, how we doing today?
We're good, buddy. We're good. And I told Anthony as we're coming out of break, I'm like, can I please ask BT something first? Because I just think you're the perfect guy to ask this two-part question to.
Are we trying to hide a body again?
No. No, by the way, thank you for your help. That was extraordinary.
Anytime. Yep.
No, not this time. Well, maybe. It might lead to it. I don't know. But last night, Framber Valdez and his catcher, one, do you believe it was a cross-up? And two, like, what the hell do you do in that situation if you're the other guys in the clubhouse and things like that? Like, how does that regulate itself?
All right. So here, I'll start with this. I cannot know what was happening in the brain of Framber Valdez. I can't know that, right? All I can know is what I saw visually.
Exactly.
And what I saw visually would have made me come out from behind the plate and murder him on the mound. Is what I saw. Zero remorse for peppering your catcher in the chest. I would say that appeared to be intentional. Okay, without knowing in his heart of hearts, maybe his love language is turning his back. Like, maybe that's what he does when he's sorry. He can't face the situation. He's so sorry about it. But, dude, in the room, and that's a veteran. Like, that's supposed to be a guy that's supposed to break the market in free agency. Like, if I'm a team right now, like, I don't want that. Like a guy that's gonna wear out his own catcher. Like, I don't know, man. That one bothered me quite a bit. I watched it a few times and was trying to think of a way that maybe, just maybe, it didn't look as bad. So, again, can't say that he did it for sure. Don't know it definitively. But I bet I could argue it in a court of law and get him.
So the thing that got me, BT, is the catcher is waving him off the rubber, like to step back or whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes right through the stop sign on that one, and then pitches a missile down the middle, and it gets rocked for a home run. How is he mad at the catcher there?
Yeah, look, it's again not knowing what's in his mind, but there was ample opportunity to step off beforehand, right? And like it could have been a different pitch. I know that he said, "Look, that's the pitch that I wanted to throw. I didn't hit my spot. I hit it out of the park. They hit it out of the park for a grand slam, and then boy, I just got crossed up," which happens never in pitch comp, never. They're saying it in your ear. Speak the same language. It's fine, but. It doesn't happen, and that's why. Like, there's no reason to be mad at him unless it's like, oh, he distracted me. You know what? Even if that happened, even if he distracted you and you're upset about that, you talk to him. Like, you figure it out. You don't just pepper your own guy, assuming that's what happened. Because again, I don't know.
Keeping it all very legal.
Happened.
Very good, Brad.
Yeah, it just seems safer to keep it that way. I have a quick follow-up question for you guys, if you don't mind.
Always.
And this is totally off of topic, but it got my bells ringing yesterday. So we had a conversation last week, and CD was mad about the dog breed in Missouri, the number one dog breed. You guys remember that conversation?
Oh, yeah.
Now, what was the dog breed that was number one?
It
what year,
was
Brad?
the Pit Bull Terrier for the 2025 year, which is the year that we're in right now.
Okay, what was the answer that it gave you?
The answer that Jamie gave us was the Australian Shepherd.
That's 2024.
Okay.
He was wrong.
Lead dog in 2024, Brad.
All right. So, just recently, I just got DNA tests back, okay, on my dog. That looks 100% like a Schnauzer. All right? This is a wiener dog with maybe some beagle mixed in. Turns out it's 20% Australian cattle dog. I was dying laughing. By the way, 26% Siberian Husky. Haven't seen it yet. But maybe he'll grow into it. But I was dying laughing when I read the Australian one. I'm like, that's the one Carey was mad about.
Very upset. Still upset, actually.
So apparently, there's lots of them.
And Jamie brought one in, a stuffed Australian Shepherd that him and Anthony and Marshy sat on my chair when I was out on Friday. So they got that going for me, too.
Teammates are for.
Exactly.
That's what teammates are for. They do that.
Speaking of good teammates and good players, we've been talking about Jordan Walker. We've heard the coaches speaking about him. Maybe he's not willing to do some of the things that are required for him to reach the level that he needs to reach. What are you seeing from him, and what are you hearing in terms of what exactly he needs to do in order to perform better on a daily basis?
Well, look, I heard the same remarks that you heard, right, with Brant Brown talking about him. And, like, here's the first thing that came to mind for me is you think you work hard until you see somebody that works hard. I've used this reference before. Like, I didn't have a skill set to just go out there and just be like, look at me, I'm just going to throw this out there. So I had to, like, work hard, like, to get to where I got to. But I thought I was working hard until I watched Chris Carpenter work. And I'm like, oh, geez, there's another level to this. Like, he would come out of the gym, and it looked like, I'm like, when did we get a pool? Did we get a pool? We don't have a pool. He's just soaking wet. Like, maybe he doesn't know what it looks like yet to put in that diligent work. Now, that diligent work isn't always just swings off a tee. It's not just reps in the cages. But it's some of that stuff that Brownie was talking about, the preparation that goes into it, the video, the routine. And sometimes, like, you need somebody to take you there. And, like, Brant Brown, the hitting staff, has been in there for a long time trying to get that going with him, or at least that's what it sounds like. But you know what, like, I think is really missing for Jordan Walker, honestly, and this part of it's no fault of his own. He needs a veteran, man. He needs a guy that can show him the ropes. He needs a guy that can put his arm around him and say, hey, dude, come with me. This is what we do. There's not that guy in this lineup. Like, they don't have that veteran guy. The closest they have, right, is Nolan Arenado, who's hurt. He's on the IL. He's been going through his own ups and downs, this season. Like, I think that is really missing for a guy like Jordan Walker. He's still 23 years old. He's still got a lot of good skill sets, but maybe he doesn't know exactly how to tap into all of those. And that's where just being pliable and trying to do, you guys know this because you've been coached by a lot of people and you've gotten a lot of information, and some of it is good and some of it is stuff where it maybe just doesn't work for you. But it's important to try a little bit of everything and to really dig into different stuff. So, look, I still believe that he's immensely talented. I still think, like a lot of people, it's not just him. Like, I think that there are so many different avenues where you can go to find a little bit more success and growth, and maybe that preparation for him, again, not being in the room, just hearing some of the same things that you're hearing, just watching some of the results on the field, maybe some of those things add into that.
What about a guy like Wilson Contreras? Could he be that veteran leader that could help Jordan Walker kind of go through these processes and figure out how to make it better?
I'm sure he could, and I'm sure maybe he is at a certain point. I don't know their relationship well enough, but I mean, he's a guy that kind of runs hot too, and it kind of seems like he's on his own thing too. Not that he's not a great teammate, but I just don't know what the inner workings with him, with him and Jordan. But at the end of the day, I feel like there just needs to be somebody else, and there needs to just be kind of a dedication. This isn't just a Jordan conversation. This is any young player and veteran player to kind of digging into what you're doing. You just have kind of a trust in it, a trust in the information, a trust in your eyes, and then just go out there and put it to work. But, yeah, I think that Wilson absolutely can be one of those guys.
Brad Thompson joining us right now on the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. BT, for you, when you were with the Cardinals, you had mentioned Chris Carpenter, but I imagine there was also a process in the minor leagues to say, hey, this is how we do things, whether that's from a coach or an instructor or a teammate in the minors. How much of this ties into the Cardinals wanting to revamp their minor league structure to make sure that when these guys do come up, they already know how the Cardinals want to do things?
Yeah, I think it's a really good point. And regardless though of how much you do on that, and that is a big thing. Like continuity is a really big thing. Like using the same verbiage and having the same expectations from top to bottom is really important. But when you get to the big leagues, like you are going to have way more information here. There's way more time, way more money spent on all of that stuff than there is in the minor leagues. So there's going to be more to digest. So that ends up being part of it. But yeah, streamlining a lot of these things in the minor leagues and teaching guys how to prepare, like that's always going to be important. Now, I still think coaching at the big league level is more important now than it's ever been before. And I don't see that changing. Like, guys are getting drafted. They're getting to the big leagues quickly. Their raw power and skill sets have brought them to this point. That was certainly the case with Jordan Walker, right? Like, you send him back to AAA, what does that do for him? Nothing. He's going to go take advantage of mistakes. He'll hit his home runs, and there might not be any changes. I feel like being able to change at this big league level takes like some real guts, like being able to like make swing shifts and mindset shifts. But I totally agree with the continuity top to bottom throughout an organization being incredibly important of, hey, here is how we are going to try. Yeah, there might be more information when you get here, but here's how we're going to prepare. So this is how we would like you to kind of prepare for a series. It's going to be hard if you're in AA trying to dig in on the whole bullpen of, whoever. But you still need to know how to do that, not just lean on, the raw skill set that you've had. And I think another big thing, and this isn't a Cardinal thing, this is across the game of baseball. I bet it crosses other sports, and you guys would be able to tell me even more. I think oftentimes, especially with high draft picks, and when I say we, I mean like coaches and organizations are scared to make wholesale changes with guys, even if you're seeing a hole, because they're having success. And you don't want to be the guy that messed them up. I think that there are times like you still have to point it out to guys. If you think that there's a skill set that's going to get abused at a different level, I think that's the job. I think that you, and as an organization, you have to give your coaches the autonomy to coach your guys, like to be able to be like, hey, this is what I saw. This is why you hired me. Let me work with him, even though we drafted him in the first round and he's had nothing but success. I think that's really important.
Great stuff, BT. Before we let you go, I just wanted to thank you for the green seats for tonight. Look forward to using your seats and seeing you at the ballpark tonight.
What?
Jamie, I already tipped them ahead of time, too, so they will be at your seat so often, it's going to be awkward. Like, they're going to be waiting on you, folding your napkin into little swans when you get up.
I appreciate that again, BT. Thank you for that.
I'll see you tonight.
You got it, buddy.
See you, Brad. Thanks, buddy.
All right, see you, boys.
That's Brad Thompson here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Yeah, Jamie's going to the game tonight. Going to the Cardinals game.
Green seats, baby.
There you go.
For
nice.
real. It's not a joke.
Really?
This is not an exercise.
And BT got you said tickets?
Just...
Yeah, okay. Got it. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
You get green seats yet?
I haven't gotten them yet. Still waiting on BT to come through.
Yeah. Takes a while. It's been about 4 years I've been asking.
Yeah, nice. We will get back into the Jordan Walker conversation at some point because some good information there from Brad Thompson. It is a topic of conversation. This is your at one point, this is your top prospect and somebody that was supposed to eventually hit in the middle of your order and be the next face of the franchise. At least that's what it could project as, but it hasn't been that way at all. But we'll take a side street here. Go to some college football. Who can rewrite the narrative in college football following week one? That's next on 101 ESPN.
Anthony, we talk about mentality all the time and just how wonderful it's been for us and that they got the 2 locations and all of those great things. But this is exciting. On September 6th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., they got a bit of an open house going on at the Chesterfield location right off of Chesterfield Airport Road. They've got, you just have to scan a little QR code and you can get free labs, free in-body scans, free health consultation. Basically, they're there to answer any questions you have for free to make sure you're getting on the program and you're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, if you ever thought about, when you listen to Jamie and I talk about mentality, if you ever thought about, well, hey, listen, I've been run down before. I have felt just like the guys have talked about, tired all the time. Maybe you're gaining weight, you're snapping at, everybody from your work to your household, and you want to change things. Well, now's the time to head to Mentality. Again, like Jamie just mentioned, they've got a great deal going on September 6th, so just in a few days here, September 6th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at their Chesterfield location, including free labs, free in-body scans, free health consultation, and they'll set you up with a program that's going to make you feel fantastic. Whether, again, your testosterone levels are low, you're deficient in certain vitamins, you'll get your drive back. You'll burn the belly fat. You'll build the strength. You'll boost your mood. You'll feel like yourself again. In fact, you'll feel younger. Jamie and I certainly do. You can as well. So head out there September 6th for the Mentality Health Fair from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get the free labs, get the free in-body scans, get the free health consultation, and then get your life back. And if you want to check them out online, you can, mentalityhealth.com/radio. Tell them Jamie and Anthony sent you. It's Mentality. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. So who can rewrite the narrative in college football? With Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. As we know, a couple of teams or coaches and or players got off to rough starts in week 1. So Arch Manning, Bill Belichick, Kalen DeBoer in Alabama are among some of the teams or coaches that struggled. Carey, who's kind of the best bet to rewrite their narrative this college football season?
I think Arch Manning, I think that was just a bad game. You're playing the number 1 team in the country. You're playing a team that won the national championship last year in Ohio State, at Ohio State. I think that's a tough matchup for Arch Manning and the Texas Longhorns. There were some things that didn't look good, on film and in the game, and there are some things that he did do well. I think he's the most reasonable one to believe that they have a chance to get things going in the right direction, just because I think he didn't play as poorly as some people may think. It just wasn't good. There was some missed throws, some things like that. But I think he will be better. He has to be better if they have aspirations of being an SEC title contender, a champion, and making it to the college football playoffs and winning the national championship. They have to be better. He has to be better, and I think he will. Now,
so are you choosing Arch?
Yeah, I'm gonna choose Arch.
Okay, and you don't have to just stick to this list. I mean, you can go to Clemson and Dabo Sweeney if you want, or Kate Flubnik. So Arch Manning, you're like, you know what? Rough debut,
rough week,
rough
playing the number one team in the land.
Okay,
on the road.
Marsh, what about? Oh, I'm sorry, Carey. You were about to say. You said but something.
I said on the road, and that's it.
No, but you're about to.
Oh no, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot that fast.
It happens. I found the same way. Marsh, who rewrites the narrative?
I think Carey's right. I think it has to be Arch Manning. You know, we talked about it yesterday with Alabama, and it's not like the performances were different in my eyes. You know, you just brought up that, you know, there were some missed passes, and, you know, he didn't play terrible, he didn't play good. Whereas Alabama, the things that I saw were effort-based. Things that, you know, it's not skill level because those guys have the talent. It's the way that they went about the game. And I looked at their schedule. I just don't see them having a successful season. And, you know, I look online yesterday and I see that there's already odds to come out to who is going to replace Kalen DeBoer as Alabama's next head coach.
Is Nick Saban on the list?
Nick Saban was not on the list. He was not on the list. But that's not good. You know, that's not a good fan base to be in hot water. It's just not. So I think there is some upside for Arch Manning. There has to be something there. I don't know if he's a generational type quarterback. I don't see that. But I do think he can have a successful season. Bill Belichick, you brought up Bill Belichick. I don't see that going anywhere. I think Kalen DeBoer and Alabama have a better chance of rewriting their story than Bill Belichick does. I don't see that going anywhere, especially after week one. I think it has to be out of these three, Arch Manning. But you brought up, you know, Clemson. I think Clemson could also rewrite the narrative. They did last year. So, but out of these three hot button topics, Arch Manning is my pick.
Look, Texas is going to be better. Arch Manning is going to play better. Yeah. I don't know. You know, I kind of went back and rewatched, and obviously I'm not watching film. I'm just getting a sense of, did I see that right? Because when you watch a game live and it's happening and you have expectations for a certain team or certain player, it's a little difficult to have perspective. So I did go back and rewatch the cut-ups of the Texas-Ohio State game. He was making he being Arch Manning, was making poor throws in the second half too, similar to the first half. Because if you start an opening drive, you know, you're on the road, your nerves might get to you. But in the third quarter, you should be settled in.
Yeah.
And the throws weren't accurate. I thought that Ryan Day almost seemed like he kind of saw what was going on and played it not to lose on his end because he figured it. Look, Arch is not going to. They're not going to kill us here.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to pull
Sark's
this out.
play calling was like, you know what, we're going to have to dial things back here. It wasn't a good look at all.
Yeah.
But do I think Texas is going to fall apart? No. Do I think Texas is going to not be a playoff team? Of course not. But I think that Alabama can still rewrite their narrative. It's not like they lost to a team that that wasn't on my radar.
Yeah.
But clearly Florida State's going to be better than what most of us think.
They are, and Tommy Castellanos is a good quarterback, come from Boston College. He played really well.
Bad spot.
Played really well.
Yes.
What I saw from Alabama was frustrating. I'm sure Alabama. I mean, if you start to watch all of these things about Alabama. I think A.J. McCarron is talking about how Alabama doesn't have as much money as some of these other programs, and now people are saying Ryan Williams isn't that good. They are turning on themselves. They are imploding, in my opinion. It looks bad from what's going on. When Nick Saban was there, you never saw any of that. You never heard of any of that. You didn't have any of those issues. I will say, if we're talking about rewriting what happened the first week, Alabama is second. I would say Texas is number one. Alabama would be second in terms of being able to get things going in the right direction. North Carolina don't got a chance in hell.
No, that we can all agree on.
They got no chance in hell. The more I see, the more I believe Bill Belichick, great coach, fantastic coach. And I said this summer when he signed on to be the head coach there, I didn't think it was going to work out well. I definitely don't think it's going to work out well now. I'm watching video, and I'm starting to think I'm watching videos of his girlfriend, and people be like, well, that's not a big deal. I played football for a long damn time. I have never seen any of my coaches' wives or girlfriends at practice, during warm-ups, on the sideline during the game. I've never seen it. And to me, I'm not saying that Bill ain't focused, but that's not something that generally takes place. Like, you just, it's kind of weird. And, kudos to him. You've earned the right to do all of that, but nobody gives a damn if you don't win.
Yeah.
Like, and here's the other thing. Them kids don't give a damn that you got 7 rings, 6 rings. They don't care. They don't care you won 6 rings as the head coach of the New England Patriots. They don't. They might not even have watched football, some of them. This is the God's honest truth. So he's going to have to relate to those players that he has now and not, rely on what he's done in the past, because most of them don't care, don't care. So you got to figure it out.
Also, it kind of gives off the impression that he's not taking the job seriously, because he has set the precedent of what he was as a head coach, and now to his own standards, he's not living up to that standard. So why should any of the players take him serious?
Right.
I'm not saying that's right, but that's kind of what happens.
I think it's interesting that the North Carolina situation and the Alabama situation, I think, are similar to me. Alabama, to your point, Carey, and Marsh, I think you've mentioned this too, Alabama no longer looks like that disciplined team. And it goes back to last year. Remember the first practice, there was a lot made about the music and kind of was a different feel. And then you got players missing the bus on Saturday. That the discipline has been sucked out of Alabama. And then in North Carolina, the only way this is going to work is if Bill Belichick kind of instills a little bit of that fear again.
I don't think he has it in him. But I don't think
he has it in him when you're hiring your son's friends, your friends' sons, and it's all just one big
happy family.
Yeah.
My family.
That's going to end poorly. And you don't have the talent on top of it. I mean, that's the big thing. Yeah, can Bill Belichick still scheme a defense? Yeah. But if you don't have the talent, forget it. It's not going to matter.
Well, we saw that towards the end of his tenure with the Patriots, where those teams weren't as good. He didn't really have, he didn't have the GM in him.
No, that's because he had terrible drafts toward the end. And no Tom Brady is the perfect elixir.
Let his dog make the picks that one year.
That was a risky move. And I don't think it's worked out for anyone.
Oh, they still have a dog, you think?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
All right.
His name's Drake May.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow. Look at you. You a big Drake May fan, are you?
Maybe.
Speaking of North Carolina.
Oh, that's right, yeah. He did go to UNC.
A lot of connections there.
Yeah.
Good luck to that guy.
Drake May?
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, sure. Who's he throwing the ball to?
Me.
Wide receiver.
Stephon Diggs.
Oh, yeah.
That's your guy.
Forgot about old Stephon Diggs. He was my guy when he was in Minnesota.
He was your guy in Buffalo.
Yeah, he was.
Remember you yelled at me.
He was my guy
several
in Buffalo.
times last year.
He wasn't my guy in Houston last year.
Well, remember I said
going to be my guy in wherever the hell he is, New England.
You and I went toe-to-toe on Stephon Diggs.
You were right. I was wrong.
Thanks, Carey.
Yeah. You were right about Josh Allen.
Wait, that seems loaded.
You were right.
I don't know how he got there.
About Josh Allen. You said it didn't matter that Stephon Diggs wasn't there. And I said he's going to struggle.
I thought that was a little loaded. It just felt loaded.
Nah,
it did.
It was honest.
I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to hand the ball off to Ramondre Stevenson. He's going to fumble the football. They're going to bring in Travion Henderson. He will win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Do you have him on your fantasy team?
I have him in 3 teams. I have him on 3 teams.
Carey, you were absolutely right about Bill Belichick.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Because I gave you some pushback. If we're being fair. I'm like, nah, yeah, it's Bill Belichick.
He did too. Jamie did as well.
Guys, it's not over yet.
Oh, it is.
It looks over.
It's close as over.
I'm surprised Jamie didn't pick UNC to be his college football team this year.
He knew better.
Yeah,
that's your guy.
Not with Jordan Hudson coaching that team.
All right, would Dylan Holloway be the player he is today if he didn't leave Edmonton? Kind of an interesting question posed by our guy, Andrew Marsh. It's next on 101 ESPN.
All right, I've got a little bit of an investment opportunity for you guys, and it's called farmland. Yeah, I know it sounds a little crazy, but it isn't. You know, you got big-time money people like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Shad Khan, who's the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. They've all invested in farmland. And before you get sideways here, you don't need millions of dollars to invest in farmland. No, you don't. You just need to give Chris Bronner a call over at AgVest. And the reason you want to call him is because with farmland, there's steady returns, long-term growth, and real stability. No matter what the market is doing, don't worry about it. Take that stress off your plate. You've got farmland that year after year after year is going to continue to grow and have steady returns, and the land itself is going to appreciate every year. And so if you own farmland, Chris Bronner and AgVest can help you maximize the value of that land with full service management from sourcing and diligence to rent, as well as tenant selection. So please pick up the phone, call AgVest founder Chris Bronner at 618-520-7022. That's 618-520-7022. Or you can always visit agvestadvisors.com. Remember to buy land. They're not making it anymore.
308, your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Would Dylan Holloway be the player that he is today if he didn't leave Edmonton? So this is kind of interesting. So Holloway was on the Cam and Strick podcast. He said, it rubbed me the wrong way how little Edmonton thought of me in our contract negotiations. I'm an Alberta boy. I wanted to go back to a team we went so far with, but as soon as Edmonton didn't reciprocate that feeling, I was all in on St. Louis. I would have to imagine that his raw ability and the little bit of experience that he did have in Edmonton kind of meshed perfectly with what the Blues had on their roster, the role that he played last year, and then everything kind of ignited for Dylan Holloway. But Jamie, you would know much better than we would in terms of answering the question of whether or not Holloway would be the player he is today if he didn't leave Edmonton.
I don't think he would be, because there was a lineup of people on that Oilers roster ahead of him. Like, so many skilled players. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Obviously, you got Evander Kane was on there. You had McDavid. You had Draisaitl. I know those guys are center icemen, but you start doing the math, Dylan Holloway's a third liner at best, and maybe he doesn't even see power play time. Like, his numbers here, we go back to 22-23, 51 games with the Oilers, 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points. Now, that's a couple of years ago, so he's very, very young. The next season, 23-24, he split time. 38 games in Edmonton, 6 goals, 3 assists, 9 points. And back in the AHL, 18 games, he had 10 goals, 6 assists, 16 points. So pretty good showing there. It just... There was a roadblock there. Mm-hmm. And the Oilers were in win now mode. They still are, and they're panicking because they can't seem to figure out the Florida Panthers.
Yeah.
And now they're looking at goaltending possibilities. Connor McDavid is not holding out, but he's not lining up to sign an extension right now where the Oilers are willing to give him whatever he wants. And he's like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to do my research. And he's playing it very coy at this point.
Smart.
Very smart. But yeah, Dylan Holloway got great opportunity right away on a team that was going through a retool, reset, rebuild. I don't care what you call it. There was room for him to get an opportunity immediately. And with that opportunity, he seized the moment and went out and played very, very well for the Blues, and then found chemistry with Jordan Kyrou and Braden Shen. And we know the rest of it, ended up being 63 points in 77 games. That is not happening in Edmonton. He was here in St. Louis, just for example, averaged 16:49 per game ice time. The highest he averaged was 23-24, 11-22 in Edmonton. That's fourth liner minutes. You can't produce at that amount of time. And for a player like Holloway, who's speed, skill, and grit, but you're asking him to play a game, you're asking him to be more like Toropchenko in Edmonton than you are to be Dylan Holloway in St. Louis.
Yeah, gotcha.
So I'm not saying he wouldn't have gotten there. Like next year, the year after, like maybe he gets there, but it's certainly well after what he's done with the Blues. And right now, he's got himself lined up to where Army's probably going to have to offer an 8-year deal in the $7 to $9 million range, depending on what this season looks like.
Right.
He wouldn't have been getting that in Edmonton. They had him under $2 million for this contract, offering less than $2 million. So, yeah, sometimes opportunity is everything. And we talk about the Cardinals and the runway and the opportunity and things like that. It is essential to find out what you have in a player. Some players thrive with that opportunity. Some players crumble with that opportunity. Mm-hmm. But in this particular case, Dylan Holloway would not have been getting the ice time or the reps or the quality ice time in Edmonton that he got last year with the Blues.
Sure. Now, over time, who knows? But
who knows?
For right now,
that also would have set his development back.
Very
and then
true.
Does he now become more of a checker because that's the style he has to play to be in the lineup in Edmonton? Because they don't need his offensive creativity there. They've got enough guys to put the puck in the net. So then, does that alter his style of play? If it does, trust me, I know. If it does,
you beat me to it.
Then you become that player. So then, because not many people knew about Dylan Holloway. They know the player, but they watch him at the NHL level. Oh, that guy's a great third-line checker. Mm-hmm. Chip the puck in, gets in on the forecheck, responsible. Maybe he'd be a penalty killer one day. Oh, okay, great. Those guys don't make much money, by the way. They don't. They do okay, like it's a good living.
Yeah.
But this way here with the Blues, he got a chance to show exactly what he is with his offensive creativity, his skill, his speed, his shot, all that stuff. So, yes, opportunity can sometimes create a fork in the road to where you become one player or a different player based on what you're able to do with it.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, I was going to say I had a really, really close friend that played in the NHL. He was drafted as a offensive defenseman, Carey, and he gets to a spot, and they basically turn him into Fist of Glory, where he's just going to have to fight everybody and all that. And boy, he carved out a really good career for himself.
Sometimes you got to do that.
Passed away in Croatia.
Came back though, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Something came back. But no, it is interesting, right?
Oh, I see it all the time. You see these offensively gifted players that go to a team that is in win-now mode, and I speak about it openly now, but that's what the Blues were. The Blues were in win-now mode. We had Hull, we had Gretzky, we had all these guys. So Pronger, McInnes, Steve Duchesne, they didn't need me to be offensive-minded. Mm-hmm. They needed me to be hitting bodies out there, playing aggressive, blocking shots, doing all that stuff. Well, then once you do that for an extended period of time, that's what you become.
That's who you are.
That's who you are.
Yeah. I had the same situation. My friend Najee Davenport is a great example. They would put him at fullback, but he would never put his hand on the ground. And he'd tell me, because they moved me from tailback to fullback. He said, see, when you put your hand on the ground, you're a fullback. I'm not doing it. I am a tailback. So it's the same mindset. You do what the team needs, but he's like, I'm not going to put my hand on that ground. I'll be here. But once you put your hand on the ground, it's just a mental thing. I put my hand there, they assume I'm a fullback, and I ain't going back to the tailback spot again. So it does, and then that's who you become. I did the same. I had to become a fullback full time where I was running back, and nope, you're going to be the fullback. All right, that's what I got to do to stay in the league. That's what I got to do to make the team. I'll do it.
But so Dylan Holloway's path, because he took the risk, because Doug Armstrong showed the gonads, because of all of that, Dylan Holloway's career could end up being drastically different than what it would have been maybe in Edmonton.
And this is a guy that was 14th overall, first-round draft pick. It's wild that the Blues are able to get a first-round guy, and like what you were saying, Jamie, the Edmonton Oilers, maybe they weren't using him the right way, but the Blues get the Wisconsin version of Dylan Holloway, who played with Cole Caulfield. Mm-hmm. Those guys, all they did was score goals. Yeah. Like, you're getting that version of him. This is a tremendous pickup by Doug Armstrong, and I wonder when we look back where it would rank in terms of his best acquisitions.
Well, I think the whole thing itself is his best move maybe ever, because you swooped in and you stole two first-round picks from the Oilers.
Yeah.
You didn't even pick them yourself. And you let the Oilers develop them in the minors and all this stuff. They got Stanley Cup playoff experience, and then you walked in and said, I'll take that. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thanks, nerd. Get your own. Basically is what you said. So I think it's definitely on the podium for Army of one of his best moves ever.
All right, the Sports Six Pack Part 1 is coming up next. 314-399-9646, the Aircraft Service text line. So if you got a question, send it in. Sports Six Pack next.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six-Pack is now.
All right, time for the Sports Six-Pack. This is where you can submit questions to us via the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646 with Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Here's Andrew Marsh with your questions via the Air Comfort Service text line.
Question number 1.
First one comes from Carrot. WNBA lockout? What are your thoughts? Is it all theater just to get press? Bad press is better than no press.
This concerns me. Not that I'm a big WNBA watcher by any means, but I do have 2 daughters, and I support women in sports. I just do, flat out. But this, to me, seems like a group of individuals that might be misguided right now. The WNBA, as it's been around for a while, this is the most spotlight it's had in the last couple of years, and large part because of Caitlin Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Can we all agree on that?
Yes.
Carey?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know you know some other ballers that are in the WNBA, but she's brought the most attention to the WNBA, where they're switching venues because they're selling too many tickets and they're getting more TV time, all that stuff. And now the girls are unhappy about certain things, which I get it. I don't know, and I'm not going to claim to know about the inner goings on of what their union is fighting about or what their pay should be and things like that. I just know that the WNBA is just really now on the map from an international standpoint because of a few players.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if the union or the owners digging their heels in for a lockout or a strike or whatever it is, I don't know if that's the best idea because they're finally in the spotlight. And if you take them out of the spotlight, it may not find its way back in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Like you
want to build off the momentum.
Yeah, you want to try and keep this going, you know? Yeah. So I don't know. Again, I don't pretend to know what they're all fighting about, but that's my thoughts.
So revenue sharing obviously is a big deal. So the current collective bargaining agreement in the WNBA expires October 31st of this year. So less than 2 months, this puppy's going to expire. And the WNBA PA has already opted out. So if they can't reach a new deal, then they're heading for a lockout. Revenue sharing, like I mentioned, is a big part of this. So the players want a model where they can earn a growing percentage of the league revenue, like it is in the NBA, 50% model rather than the current fixed 3% annual salary increases. Now, they're not going to get 50%, but I think with the WNBA, some of the players that have been vocal about this, whether it's Breanna Stewart or Collier, they want more urgency from the league to get to the table and negotiate something.
Yeah, but are they not aware that the league has been losing money every single year?
Well, I'm sure that's what the league is going to argue.
Well, they were hemorrhaging money, and now with Caitlin Clark and some of the other players that. Angel Reese and that, like the little rivalry there, all that stuff has brought more attention to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're making money yet, but you can't all just look at the books now and say, oh, well, now is good.
Well, part of the problem for WNBA players, they don't make enough money here to sustain life. They all, not all, but majority of them go overseas to play basketball when their season is done because they make sometimes 10 times more than what they're making here. And so it makes more sense for them to, and they're trying to avoid having to do that, playing basketball year round. They're in what is considered the premier league in the WNBA, but they're not being paid like that. If you can get paid more overseas but not get the same exposure, that's part of the reason why they want the salary increase. And no, they're probably not going to get 50% of the revenue share, but you ask for more and hopefully you get more than what you already have. That's how the business is going to work. And I don't have an issue with that. I understand your point, but they also have a point as well. They want to be paid fairly. They want to be compensated.
But the European leagues, as you know, it's massive sponsorship over there. That's where they get the money from.
The WNBA has to figure out a way. As you said, they need to strike while the iron is hot.
Yes.
And capitalize off of the momentum that Caitlin Clark is bringing to the table. She is selling out, helping sell out more venues and changing the venues of where they are so they can play in bigger stadiums because more people want to show up. You need to capitalize off of that for not just Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, but for the entire league. You need to market that. That's what
the players don't even like her.
It doesn't matter. You she's the cash cow. You go ahead and say, "Hey, this is what we're doing."
I know.
So they got to figure out how to maximize what they have in this moment, since it is, one of the best years that they're having based on attendance and people really tuning in.
Maybe they can get a tree company to invest in the league. And we'll get to that later.
There's more on that. I found some things.
Question number 2.
All right, this one's from the 636. There are some Cardinal fans that did not like the team's trade deadline, but did the Cardinals win the Ryan Helsley trade, given his numbers with the Mets?
It's terrible. His ERA is over 11 right now with the Mets.
Yeah, not great.
I don't understand. It really makes no sense to me.
Well, they don't play the Hells Bells. They don't have the red
No, they
lights.
did. The very first game he was
They did
there.
it one time, but they ain't done it since. I wonder
he
what
hasn't been Hells Bells ever since.
That's part of it. Some things change.
It's really weird, though. Don't you think, guys? It's weird that,
it's bad.
He's the save leader in St. Louis and then goes to the Mets and can't get anybody out.
We will say when we're wrong here. We will make fun of ourselves. But we kept saying over and over that you have to deal Ryan Helsley. It makes 0.0 sense to hang on to Helsley. And in fact, we said trade him in the offseason. Carey even said trade him last season when his value was going to be at the highest. But they held on to him. And we see the text messages. We get the emails. How can you trade Ryan Helsley? He's a stud closer. Sign him. No. This is why.
Let him go.
He wasn't as good as he was a year ago in St. Louis. His numbers started to dip. You worry about the injury history. Is it shocking to me that he's been this bad? It's surprising. But this is why you part with somebody like that when he's an asset and you are a rebuilding organization. So, did they win the trade? Not yet. But they're certainly in a good spot because they got something for an asset that has been, again, terrible for the Mets.
It's been bad.
Question number 3.
All right, this one comes from an anonymous texter.
Oh, boy.
Because it says, please don't read my name. I'm going to propose to my girlfriend at the Blues home opener.
Oh, nice. What's your name?
Do I do it during the game or in the pep rally beforehand? Any other suggestions around that day? I'd love to hear.
Man, I'll give you first advice. You better be sure she wants to say yes. If you're going to, I'm just saying, in public, all these people, all that, and her reaction will tell you immediately if she means yes or she's saying yes to not have you embarrassed. That's one thing. I always get a little bit of anxiety when I see this happen at sporting events or rock concerts where the people, I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah.
And then you see her and she's like, yeah. And for sure, the next day she gave the ring back. It's not happening. And then you see all the times when she leaps into his arms and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
People cheer. It's awesome. As far as at the Blues game, one, I wouldn't do it while the play is going on. That'd be slightly distracting for everyone involved. I think the rally's probably a better spot.
I agree.
In-game, I feel like that's worn out a little bit. I think at the rally where everybody's kind of having fun, having a good time, find a good area, make sure you set it up, got a photographer there, bunch of Blues jerseys around if that's your thing, Yeah. That'd be my advice.
I agree. If you want to make it, I'm assuming that there's some sort of connection between you, your potential fiance, and then the Blues. So if that's the case, try to create a little bit of a private moment within the public sphere. So, find a spot, do it there. Hopefully she says yes, and then you guys have the entire day to enjoy that moment, including going to the Blues home opener. I agree with Jamie. I would do it before I would not do it on the Jumbotron or whatever. That's just not my style.
I think the key thing you said is make sure that she has the tie to the Blues.
Yes.
And not just you.
Yeah, if you're just some super fan and she's along for the ride, that's
maybe
not
their first date was a Blues game.
That's what I'm saying. If there's some sort of tie. Yeah.
Make sure she's okay with public, the public proposal.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's kind of tough to. Hey, by the way, honey, do you like public proposal? I guess you could ask
There's a lot of things you can do in public, Carey.
Public proposal.
Yeah.
Show her a video of somebody getting proposed to in public and say, hey, that's kind of crazy. And she's like, no, I love that.
Oh, that's a good idea,
Or she'd be
Carey.
like, oh, my God, I would die
Ever
you
do that.
ever
Oh,
do
my
that.
God, that is horrible.
Yeah.
I will look you in the face.
Oh, crap.
Tell you no.
You got to know who you're marrying, man.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
You should know. At that point, honestly, I think that's part of the problem for some people is they think they know, but they don't really know. And then they propose.
you ever really
You know, but you don't.
Do you ever really know?
No.
No. Never. Carey, it's weird. Things can change 5 years, 10 years, 50, 20 years in sometimes for people. Things can change, you know?
Yeah. People change. Things change.
Yep.
Life changes.
Let's just hope that when he wants to do it, she's not in the bathroom or making him wait longer than he wants to.
Yeah.
I've heard that that's happened to a few people.
It has happened.
It has.
Has happened before.
Tough spot.
Part 2 of the Sports Six Pack is next. So keep those questions coming into the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646. Part 2, Sports Six Pack next.
My friends over at Circus Sports, they are coming to Missouri. It won't be long until they are here. December, I believe. But you can get the jump on things right now by downloading the Circus Sports Illinois app. My buddy Derek Stevens, who owns Circus Sports, he's had a vision of expanding all the time. And this was in Illinois, the app for sure. And then there will be an app later on here in Missouri as well. But you really are not going to be sorry when you download the app. It's easy to find. Go to the website or the App Store. It's super user-friendly. They've got great lines on futures bets. So if you think there's a Super Bowl champion you're thinking of or a Stanley Cup champion, even a World Series champion, get on the Circus Sports Illinois app. Place that bet. Also have great money line splits. And let's not forget that they have the best odds of any app that's out there. Just compare. Download and compare. That's all I'm going to tell you. You're going to see that the odds are better, which means bigger payouts. They also have high betting limits. It's just a lot of fun using the Circus Sports Illinois app today. So please do yourself a favor. Don't miss out on any of that action. You can download Bet Like a Pro today with your Circus Sports Illinois app. And all you got to do is remember to have fun and use your Circus Sports Illinois app. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals back in action tonight, taking on the Athletics. First pitch tonight is at 6:45. Jeffrey Springs on the mound for the A's. Matthew Liberatore on the mound for the Cardinals. We talked earlier today with Brad Thompson. If you missed that interview, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our interviews and all of our shows. It's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. Part 2 of the Sports Six-Pack is coming up next, so get your questions into the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. Part 2 coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six-Pack is now.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter. Part 2 of the Sports Six-Pack is right now, so keep those questions coming in to the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646. Marsh, go.
Question number 4.
From the 636, if Drink has his third consecutive 10-plus win season, where would you rank him compared to Mizzou coaches of the past?
If Drink has what season?
Another 10-plus win season, so 3 consecutive 10-plus win seasons. Where would you rank him with the other Mizzou head coaches from the past?
Oh, man.
I think people love Gary Pinkel, so I don't know.
I mean, you got to go Don Farrell 1.
The field's named after
The field's named after him.
Mm-hmm.
So Farrell 1. I think Dan Devine would be either 2 or 3, with Gary Pinkel being the other. You know, if you want to go Don Farrell, Dan Devine, Gary Pinkel, or Farrell, Pinkel, Devine. I think those are kind of your Mizzou legends. I don't know. I don't know where Drink would
put him fourth.
But like, what has Drink won? I know he won the Cotton Bowl.
Well, you know he won a game against Ohio State. Yeah. That was a huge game against Ohio State.
Last SEC team to beat Ohio State. You saw the tweet that the one person sent to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last time it happened.
Let me reset. Let's take that game out of it, okay? Because we know it was a massive win.
It was a huge win.
What has he won? Like, what has he done? Okay, he's got a 10-win season, but like, what have Mizzou really done?
Jamie.
What?
You watch your mouth. We are in. This is the They are going to shred you.
But Carey, if we're putting him in the category with some of these other coaches that have done,
Gary Pinkel got 100 wins. Don Farrell got 100 wins. Gary Pinkel got 118. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's quite a few wins.
Yeah. Eli is at 39, but he could be top 4 by the end of the year.
I mean, if he keeps winning games 10 plus every single year, he'll eventually get to that mark. I can't imagine them moving on from him unless he decides to move on.
Yeah, if he gets another 10 wins, you're gonna have him fourth. Yes.
There you go.
You can't have him ahead of the man who the stadium is named after, Gary Pinkel or Dan Devine. You just can't.
Now, what if he makes the college football playoff? Say they win a college football playoff game. Does that change things because there's a little bit more postseason success than maybe in years past?
So that's tough because obviously there was no playoff format like this.
Right.
So how would you compare it to? Like Farrell, for example, went to 3 Orange Bowls, 1 Sugar Bowl, multiple top 20 finishes.
Right.
Devine, 93, 37, and 7, 9 bowls, 5 top 10 finishes, and the 1960 Big 8 title. And then Pinkel, no national title, but multiple top 5 finishes, 07 and 13. Also went to the back-to-back SEC title games. Didn't win them, but second all-time in wins in school history behind Farrell. So I don't know. I think Drink would have to coach for many years after this, continue to pile up the wins.
10 plus years.
And also have some postseason success.
How much stock do you put into the 10 plus wins when some of the bigger games they've played in where they needed to win, they didn't win?
Yeah, so like a false 10-win season almost. You're picking on the smaller schools, and when it comes time for the LSUs and those games there, you're getting thumped.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I didn't say anything.
Whereas
you didn't have to say anything.
Whereas Pinkel would win some of those games.
Go Tiger.
I don't know what's going on over here.
I'm rooting for the Tigers, man.
No, you're really not.
Drink also, I mean, he has made Mizzou somewhat relevant in the SEC. I mean, that has to count for something.
He's made a lot of noise during his tenure. Mm-hmm. He has, with his recruiting and, the performances that he puts on there when he's talking to the media and whatnot. Like, he's brought, I don't want to say credibility back to the program, but he's made them relevant from a recruiting standpoint and blocking off the borders and getting Missouri kids and doing all that stuff that he did. So, yeah, for sure. He's done a good job.
Yeah.
Question number 5.
From the 314, if you were able to confirm that Framber Valdez, in fact, crossed up his catcher on purpose, how do you even handle that as the Astros and or Major League Baseball?
I was going to ask you, what position am I playing? Because if I'm the catcher, I'm with BT. I guarantee you, we'd had a conversation right then and there.
I'd have threw the ball right off the back of his head when he turned around.
As soon as you, because,
No, he's
or
sorry.
You know what I would have done?
Slipped.
The next time somebody tries to steal second,
fire right off him.
Man, what?
Yeah, but when he turned around right away, the catcher should have just grabbed the ball from the ump and right in the friggin' numbers.
It's better.
I'm sorry, the noise got to me.
Yeah.
It's better if you throw it right at him when somebody's stealing second. He's going to turn, look, bend down, hit him right in the back. Pow. Okay. Yep.
I mean, I don't hate it.
Slipped.
We're kind of saying the same thing.
We are.
Yeah, you are.
But
we're just doing it differently.
Yeah, I like to give it time.
I'm being way more direct. You're Trojan horsing it a little bit.
But it was an accident, right? We both made an accident.
Mine was an accident. Yeah,
we both
didn't know he was going to turn around.
It was an accident.
Yeah. Had popcorn before the game. It slipped. Some butter on the fingers. I apologize.
You've thrown every one of those balls right all day.
You know what?
It was a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the comparable is as far as for like hockey. Showing up, well, first of all, showing up your teammates is terrible. So, like, if you have a defense partner or a line mate that makes a bad play, and, like, I've seen this before, and this has been addressed. You make a play, and your defense partner's like, ugh. Or there's a goal that gets scored, and they turn and look at you right away and be like, what? I'm like, okay, I got you. Yeah. We get into the locker room. I'm going over and say, we got a problem here? Because if you ever do that again, I'm going to knock your front teeth out.
Yeah.
Like, we're done here.
You don't show up your teammates.
There will be a time, probably this period or next game or whatever, that you do the same crap. And it happens, and you're not going to want to be showing up like that.
Right.
But it gets addressed, like,
immediately. You hit me with a fastball right square in the chest.
Dude. You could have broke his forearm, you could have broke his hand, you could have broke his face.
And I could have broke his neck. Yeah. I'm sorry. I could have broke his jaw.
We saw the catcher. He was pissed.
The catcher was like...
I thought the catcher handled it fine because he's disgusted, he's mad, but then he's like...
This is not the time or the place.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
I thought the catcher handled it perfectly.
Yeah, I thought.
And then he even had his back in the post game, making up some story about the pitch comm and whatnot.
Yeah, that's the teammate I would want, not Framber Valdez.
Let me tell you,
who
they can fight in the clubhouse.
Yeah,
you can fight.
Oh, you can do it if you want.
Yeah, you can.
It's almost like international waters in there.
Yeah.
Anything goes.
Anything goes, and it stays in there.
It stays there, and nobody knows about it.
Waters.
Yeah.
Marsh, are we done, or are we going to hit one more?
One more.
Let's go.
We're going to do one more.
Woo, baby.
Question number 6.
From the 314, not who you think, but who would you want to see in the Super Bowl this year?
Lions and Bills.
Steelers.
Oh, God.
He said who you want. You damn said the Lions.
At least, but try not to be predictable, Carey.
It's really. Mr. Dan Campbell here himself. What's he talking about?
So what are you looking at?
Steelers and Eagles. Make it a whole PA Super Bowl.
Falcons, Bills.
Scared to play the Lions, huh?
No, they're going to get beat by the Green Bay
Falcons?
Packers. See how he laughed?
I want to see him in the Super Bowl.
You see how he laughed at your choice?
Yeah, I did. I saw. That's okay.
This man laughs at that choice.
Falcons were one game away and actually made it to the Super Bowl 1 year.
2 years.
2 years. I forgot because they got the Dirty Birds.
Yeah.
They did.
And they got
Dirty Bird.
Yeah, they did.
They shouldn't what?
The Vikings was the better team. Man.
Were they better that day?
They weren't.
In Minnesota?
They weren't.
Where they had all the advantages?
Falcons could have won had Eugene Robinson stayed in his room.
Yeah. Had he just accepted his Walter Payton Man of the Year award and went to bed that night, who knows?
What a disaster that was.
Instead, he decided to go out in Miami.
Did he ever?
He run into an undercover cop.
Yeah, he got his money's worth.
Things happen.
Life comes at you fast, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Vikings and the Denver Broncos. So the Vikings can win their first Super Bowl against Sean Payton because he stole the opportunity against them when Brett Favre was on the team.
Oh, boy.
Brett Favre?
Yes.
You know what? I want Falcons Broncos.
They should have blocked better, Marshy.
Well, I mean, Brett Favre shouldn't have thrown the interception.
No, yeah, it was a horrible pick.
That was a terrible
Bounty Gate was a thing. Granted, I wasn't a Vikings fan at that time.
But still.
You
want it.
I hear about it.
So, I don't have a problem with Bounty Gate. So what?
Of course you don't.
I don't. Like, oh, no, you're going to play tough and cheap shot me? Guess what? What goes around comes around.
They should have hit him back.
That's
hit
right.
all of them.
My dad said a long time ago, if they hit you, hit them back.
Very good. Very good call there. Yeah.
Or hit them first, he said. Because at least, he goes, at least you hit them once.
I hope you get another green sticker on your car.
Oh,
You know
no,
what,
he knows
Marshy?
better now.
He knows not
I
to
might go
park
buy
there.
a whole pack of them and just paste your car
You don't
full
even know
of
what car I drive.
them. Yeah, I do.
Which one?
I'll check the cameras.
All right.
You want to test me on that one?
No, I don't, actually, because I know you go to
Great lengths.
to put that
Hell and
damn
back,
green
some would
sticker
say.
on my car.
Yeah.
I just have it wrapped. I'd have somebody wrap it while we're on the show. One big, huge green
man.
sticker.
Oh, that'd be terrible. All right, what's trending is next on 101 ESPN. Mosby Building Arts, the right remodeling company. I love working with Mosby. They did such a tremendous job when it came to fixing some doors that were leading out to our patio in our house. And the one thing that really stood out to me was that we try to be good homeowners. First I tried to fix it, and I don't know what I'm doing. So that didn't work. We also had multiple people come out and take a look at the issue, and 99.9% of the companies that came out to tell me what the issue was, they all said the same thing. Well, once you fix the doors, you fix the problem. Mosby was the only company that said, no, actually, the patio stairs are the problem. And once you fix the doors and the patio stairs and fix everything that's going on, you won't have the leak in the basement. And they were right. Once they pulled the patio stairs out, we saw where the main issue was, where the water was coming in. They did such a tremendous job that when it comes to anything, kitchen, windows, siding, fireplace, basement, bathroom, we're going with Mosby Building Arts. You can too. Check them out, mosbybuildingarts.com. So if you got a project, they've got great deals going on all the time. So you can find the details at callmosby.com. But tell them Stalter sent you. Mosby Building Arts, the right remodeling company.
topics in the sports world?
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
It's time to find out with
What's Trending? Brought to you by Elite Comfort Experts. Heating and cooling with no gimmicks, just guarantees. EliteComfortExperts.com.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, Jamie Rivers, and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Gentlemen, it's a sad, sad day for us football fans.
Oh, no.
What's going on?
Red Zone.
The season starts tomorrow.
It does start tomorrow, but Red Zone will have full commercials for the 2025 season. This is terrible.
Got to pay them bills, man.
No, this is terrible.
Got to pay them bills.
Got to pay Anthony's boy.
Pay what bills?
Yeah,
They got bills to pay.
They're making millions of dollars.
They're going to make billions.
Okay, so here's my question,
Commercials.
though. Will the commercial, it'll be full, complete commercials, or will, like, the commercials pop up half? Like,
I hope it's half and half.
Half and half.
It's
No.
full commercials.
Full commercials.
No overlays.
This is Anthony's fault.
Why is it my fault?
Because Anthony complained about Scott Hansen giving all the giveaways about what's going to happen. Well, I don't know.
already
The
know.
Cardinals haven't been in the red zone in 3 weeks. I wonder, it's a touchdown by Kyler Murray.
Thank
and you
you.
get upset. So now they're going to cut that part out, and they're just going to show you the touchdown so you don't have to hear Scott Hansen. This is your fault. You brought commercials to the red zone. Jamie, you agree?
I totally agree with that.
This is his fault.
It is.
You let the man tell you what's going to take place. Everybody was fine with it, Anthony.
I wasn't.
Everyone except
I wasn't
for
fine
you.
with it. It's ridiculous.
Now, guess what? You got your wish. You got your damn
I
wish.
didn't wish for commercials.
You wish for him to not tell you what's taking place.
Here's why. I'm reading up. ESPN actually has nothing to do with Red Zone having commercials or not. The NFL decides on it.
What?
Yes.
Oh, they need to make more money.
There we
There you
go.
go. So it's
Yeah,
the
making
NFL's
enough
money.
money.
And who among us played in the NFL? Carey.
It's your fault.
Well, you're on your way to being a coach in the NFL, so.
Why do companies like?
Because they want to make money, Marshy.
All the
They don't
fans
give a damn about you or
Walrus
me.
King
Well, these
goes,
fans
I
want
don't
this.
have red zone, but thanks a lot, Anthony.
We know the fans want this. I think it'd be a great idea to do the complete opposite. And it's just not the NFL, ESPN, whatever. All right, whatever. The same issue here right in town with a certain sports team.
What?
Yeah.
No. The Blues are fantastic.
Not the Blues.
What's he
City
talking about?
SC? Oh, they're on
They
Apple
stand up
TV.
every game.
Well,
They're always, that crowd is always into that game.
I'm just talking about a certain team where fans want the front office to do something, and they decide that's a great idea. We're not going to do it.
Wow. So you're asking the NFL to take the Cardinals model.
No, I think
He's saying they are taking the Cardinals model. Whatever you
There's
want
a
them
lot
to
of
do, they'll do
businesses
the
out there.
opposite.
They don't
the
listen to their consumers.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Tanisha from the Snake Pit getting in on it too. Yeah, he did, CD. Stalter was hating on Scott. Thanks, Stalter. LOL.
That's your fault.
The guy was ruining most of the plays.
You know, you don't have to worry. You watch the commercials
Roger
instead.
listens to our show, and Roger said, you know what? I really like Anthony. I'll fix this. That's what Roger said.
Okay, but here's the thing. If Scott Hansen keeps doing it,
he's not going to be able to.
And we
It's
get
going to be right back
commercials,
to action.
then it's not my fault.
And if he
Seriously,
doesn't,
the guy, come on.
If he doesn't,
let's go out to Chicago where the Bears haven't scored in exactly 6 quarters. Let's tune in.
After this break.
Caleb Williams with a touchdown pass. Bears score a touchdown for the first
Anthony,
time.
just a quick question. The show is called Red Zone, right? Which means you're about to score. Hopefully.
Go ahead.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
So if he says, let's go out to Chicago where the Bears, he's setting the stage. Do you really think it's going to be like a surprise when the video shows the Bears with the ball? Oh, no, I wonder if they score. Like, why the hell else are they showing it?
You think it's just touchdowns that he ruins? Not so fast, my friend. He'll ruin turnovers. He'll ruin whatever.
You know what?
The Cardinals have not turned
Maybe
the
he
ball
wants
over
to make sure you're
in
watching.
3 years. Let's go out to Arizona. Kyler Murray fumbles.
Scoop and score.
You think it's just touchdowns, do you? No.
He just wants to make sure you're watching the right play.
I'm watching.
Apparently, I don't know. Maybe
I'm
not.
tuned in.
This is what I hope we get first week. You know, the pick your team. The Panthers haven't scored in all game long, and they're driving. You're like, oh, here comes the touchdown. No, it's actually an interception in the end zone, and the game's over.
There you go.
And then now you feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
Why does he have to set up anything? We're going out to Carolina.
He's the host.
We're going out to Carolina.
You set up every segment. We don't listen.
You don't listen.
We don't listen.
You still set it up.
Let's go
We
out to
never
Carolina.
hear
Fun game out in Dallas. Whatever. You still
Having
set
the
it up
time
without telling me what I'm about to see.
Guy's got to earn a living.
He's got a job.
You know what? Next
They had to
time
get
I
the
know that you
commercials.
guys are going to watch a movie that I've already seen, I'm gonna set up the movie.
Oh, you are.
Well, you know, Carey won't watch it.
Make sure you watch
will.
the ending.
You still haven't watched
You may
Reacher.
or may not see somebody that's very important to the movie get shot in the face.
He's so.
Make sure you're watching,
He's so angry.
and then we'll see if you guys like it.
I'll appreciate the heads up.
Thank you.
Well,
The dude too, like the flags will like. There's a flag on the. They'll show a play. They'll show the flag, and then he'll go. All right, we're out of here. What? And then he's got to go
get to
back.
football, man.
Really?
everything I'm hearing.
You got to see this. There's
With
actually a
everything I'm
flag
hearing,
on the play.
Why
Really?
do you watch it?
He can't turn it off.
I want to watch the
It's
NFL Red
everything
Zone.
basically, he can't turn it off.
No,
He is-
I don't hate everything about it. I hate
just don't-
one thing about it.
What?
Now you hate two things.
Old Ruin McGee.
He
Now you hate
doesn't.
two things.
He
Old-
doesn't
the old
cut
ruiner.
away. Like on your flag thing, that's not his decision to cut away. There's a producer that he says,
Oh, he's telling him to. He's telling him to cut away.
You like the Octobox?
"What?
All we see it is once. So
At the start
it's
of the
fine.
game,
Saw that movie."
and that is a different movie.
The James
All right,
Bond
we
movie?
got to get to the Gauntlet. Gauntlet next on 101 ESPN. Well, we just got done talking about Scott Hansen ruining things, but tell you, he won't ruin things for you. That's our guy, Stewie. Stewie is incredible. When we hand out his personal cell phone number on the air, it's the same number that Jamie called to get the loan for his beautiful home, and it's the same number that I have used multiple times to ask Stewie about rates, where they're at, whether or not I should refi. Stewie is incredible when it comes to all things saving money when it comes to your mortgage.
Yeah, the crazy thing about it, too, is Stewie, he's always paying attention to the rates, and he's paying attention to your loan. And if he can refinance you, save you money, he calls you. He alerts you to the change, and that he'll use the bagel loan, which costs zero, as we know, and then you get lower rates. Sometimes he goes from a 30 to a 15-year mortgage. He's always looking out for his customers. And all you have to do, it's really easy. Just call 314-324-4440.
Or call, or text, I should say, 314-324-4440, because that's his personal cell phone
You
number.
can call or text.
That's what I'm saying.
Anthony, either way, it's a great idea to call our guy Stewie. If you can't remember that number, what can you do?
You can always Google the bagel loan.
NMLS number 226715.
warriors. 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN 406. Your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler, with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter, and we've got a gentleman named Scuba on the line. What's up, Scuba?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing great. We appreciate you listening. Thank you for playing in the Gauntlet today. You got the entire show available. Would you like to take on Marsh, Carey, Jamie, or me in round 1?
Well, I tell you what, I had to stop by a Live Nation station because I don't have very good cell service at home. So I'm up here at the lovely Hooters, and Danielle picked my opponent for me, and she picked Jamie in a random draw.
There you go. All right. So Jamie in round 1 today.
All right. Well, good luck, Scuba.
I put everybody's name on a bar coaster and turned them over, and she picked Jamie. So here we go.
Hey, it's a fun way to do it. Absolutely. All right. So Jamie, get the hell out of here. I don't know what he said.
I don't know what he said either.
All right. Jamie's going into the cone of silence right now. So Scuba, go ahead and tell Marsh to spin that wheel.
Marshy, spin that wheel, brother.
Scuba, what category are we open for?
Baseball or random.
Baseball or random.
Well, Scuba, you got random today.
Ooh, there you go. All right, so you're going to get 4 random questions today, Scuba. Each one is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. If you ask for the options, those questions become worth 1 point. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. You ready? All right, question 1, Scuba. What is the most abundant bird species in North America? What is the most abundant bird species in North America?
North America. I don't know. We're not talking about USA. We're talking about North America. It could change some things. Let's do the options here.
Sure. The red-winged blackbird, the American robin, or the European starling?
Man, I was going to say robin, but those starlings, what was the first one?
Red-winged blackbird.
No, let's go with option 3. I think they fly around in flocks, and there's a lot more of them. Yeah.
The European starling or the American robin?
Starling.
Starling. All right. Final answer? Final answer.
All right, question number 2. How many Galilean moons, the biggest kind, does Jupiter have?
How many Galilean moons does Jupiter have? I want to say 16, but I don't know. Shoot or shoot? Let's go 16. Final answer.
Question number 3. Billiards legend Jeanette Lee rose to the number 1 player in the world in the 1990s and early 2000s. What was her nickname?
The Black Widow. Final answer.
All right. Last question for you, Scuba. Identify the cosmetics pioneer who invented the first ever night serum. Identify the cosmetics pioneer who invented the first ever night serum.
Night serum?
Yeah, night serum.
What is that? I mean, cosmetics?
Yeah. Cosmetic company is what we're looking for. What?
Okay. I'm going to have the options on.
All right. Estee Lauder, Madeline L'Oreal, and Marc Jacobs.
Wow. You know, there's a park by my house called Marc Jacobs Park. So let's go with Estee Lauder. Final answer.
All right, we're gonna bring Jamie back from the cone of silence. How you feeling, Scuba?
I'm feeling okay. Kind of. I want to talk to Carey before this is all over because he beat me in the morning show.
Oh.
You beat him?
I didn't mean to. Well, I probably did mean to.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Sorry, Scuba.
All right, Jamie's going to put his earbuds in. Jamie?
Yes.
How was it going to silence?
Very silent. Nobody there today. No Mike Ryder, no Grant, nothing. Just
you had
me
nothing.
with my thoughts.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. All right. You ready?
Sure.
The category today, random.
Okay.
Pack a lunch.
Okay.
No,
Question
sorry.
1. What is the most abundant bird species in North America? What is the most abundant bird species in North America?
Ooh, North America. I've lived all over North America, so I'm going to take a second here, if it's okay with the court, to kind of think about birds I've seen all over the place. You see cardinals up in Canada. You see them down here. Blue Jays. See a blue jay the other day in my yard. Kind of cool. I don't think it's them, though. That's pretty unique. It's probably most abundant bird species. I feel like a robin or a crow. I feel like robins are everywhere. And they got the restaurant. Red Robin. I'll go with a robin, please. Final answer. Get the little red chest on them and everything, Anthony.
Question number 2. How many Galilean moons, the biggest kind, does Jupiter have?
Yeah, I was just talking about this the other day with Lance down the hall there. Options, please.
I don't know why I thought Lance Armstrong. That's weird. 16, 8, or 4?
How many Galilean moons does Jupiter have? 16 seems high. 8 seems high. Although I would have said 2. I guess I'll go with 4, closest to what I thought. 4, final answer.
Question number 3. Billiards legend Jeanette Lee rose to the number 1 player in the world in the 1990s and early 2000s. What was her nickname?
The Black Widow. She was fantastic. Very good pool player. Final answer, sorry.
Final question.
Yeah.
Identify the cosmetics pioneer who invented the first ever night serum.
Options. I can't even go.
Estee Lauder, Madeline L'Oreal,
Okay.
Marc Jacobs.
Oh, wow. Estee Lauder, L'Oreal, or Marc Jacobs. Marc Jacobs seems like the outlier on this one because L'Oreal and Estee Lauder are big names. Not that Marc Jacobs isn't, but it's not really his realm of expertise. I'll go Marc Jacobs. Final answer.
All right, let's go over these questions. Random. Scuba versus Jamie. Billiards legend Jeanette Lee rose to the number 1 player in the world in the 1990s and early 2000s. What was her nickname? You've all said the Black Widow. Correct answer is
the Black Widow.
Nice job, gentlemen. Neither of you needed the options. We've got a 2-2 tie. Identify the
hot woman.
Identify the cosmetics pioneer who invented the first ever night serum. Scuba went with Estee Lauder after thinking about Marc Jacobs because apparently there's a park near his house that Marc Jacobs. I don't know.
Okay.
Jamie actually went with Marc Jacobs. Correct answer is
it's Estee Lauder.
Scuba takes a 1-point lead over Jamie. How many Galilean moons, the biggest kind, does Jupiter have? Scuba, without the options, said 16.
Oh, no.
Jamie, with the options, said 4.
Oh, no.
Correct answer is 4. 4 is the correct answer. So we're all tied up. Jamie versus Scuba Steve. Comes down to this. What is the most abundant bird species in North America? Scuba went with the European starling.
What?
Jamie went with the robin. Jamie did not use the options. Scuba did.
Is Robin an option?
If it's Robin, Jamie wins. If it's the European starling, Scuba wins. It's any other bird that exists in Everbob. We have a walk-off. Scuba.
You have chosen poorly.
You lose.
Correct answer is
the Robin.
The American Robin. Roughly $370 million. Jamie wins today 5-3 over Scuba. Sorry, Scuba.
Hang it. I thought about the Robin, too.
You did.
Real quick, Carey.
Yeah.
We lost in a walk-off, or actually a tiebreaker, on the morning show.
Okay.
The question was, how many stitches in a baseball? Do you remember?
How many stitches in a baseball? Was it like 360 or something like that?
It's actually 216.
No.
108 on each. But anyway, you won. Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on. And I'm going to go count my robins in my yard.
There you go. Good man. Thank you, Scuba.
Take care, buddy.
Thanks for listening.
He's a European bird. I'll never know.
All righty. Scuba falls to the Jamie 5-3. Nice job, Jamie. Well done.
Those are fun. Those are tough, but they're fun.
They certainly are.
I like random. It might be my favorite one.
Yeah. I hate them.
Not me.
Wow. I just like random questions. Like my favorite one is hockey, obviously.
It's not what you just said. It's not what you just said.
It's more fun to play the
at all.
I feel pressure with hockey.
All right. Some news came out today on one NBA star player that doesn't like to play basketball.
Oh, boy.
And apparently he was paid a lot of money to not play basketball. How much trouble are the Clippers and Kawhi Leonard in? That's next on 101 ESPN. It's Anthony Stalter here for Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is the number one place to play your fantasy sports when it comes to football being back. And as we know, tomorrow, NFL kicks off. You got the Cowboys. You got the Eagles. And if you play at Underdog right now, you can win a bunch of money just for getting some picks right. That's it. You can go higher or lower on your favorite player's stats or maybe their least favorite player's stats. Tomorrow, I do like Jalen Hurts to go higher than 40.5 rushing yards. I think it's going to be a big day on the ground for him, so I'll go higher on his rushing yards. When I'm looking at Dak Prescott, I like higher on passing yards, 246.5, because I don't think the Cowboys are going to be able to run the ball. I think they're going to be trailing. I think he's going to have to put the ball in the air. So if you like my picks, fantastic. If you don't, you can fade me. But how you want to play, completely up to you. But playing on Underdog, super easy. Like I said, just choose whether or not the players that you choose go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, passing yards, touchdowns. If you get your entries right, you get an opportunity to win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. So download the app today. Sign up with my promo code Anthony. It's just my first name to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. Again, my promo code is Anthony. Millions of fans have already won billions making plays on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog. Make plays. Win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.nspgambling.org. So the L.A. Clippers and their owner, Steve Ballmer, have been accused of circumventing the NBA salary cap. More specifically, the claim is that Ballmer funneled $28 million to Kawhi Leonard through a, quote, no-show job, unquote, endorsement with the company Aspiration. Aspiration was partly funded by Ballmer's $50 million personal investments. So the timeline, it works like this. In 2021, Ballmer invested in this company. Later that month, same month, the Clippers announced a $300 million partnership with that company. That included jersey patch plus an arena sponsorship. In April of 2022, Kawhi Leonard signs a 4-year, $28 million endorsement deal with Aspiration. And then in March of 2025, Aspiration files for bankruptcy, and then federal investigation follows. Leonard's deal with Aspiration could be voided if he left the Clippers. Documents suggest that Leonard didn't need to perform any work to receive payments. Aspiration employees allegedly told Pablo Torre the arrangement was meant to circumvent the salary cap. So now the league is looking into these allegations.
There are lots of things happening with this, and now Steve Ballmer has come out and basically said there's absolutely no chance that they did this. And then Mark Cuban just posted something. He says, I'm on Team Ballmer. He goes, as much as I wish they circumvented the salary cap, he says, first, Steve isn't that dumb. If he did try to feed Kawhi Leonard money, knowing what was at stake for him personally and his team, do you think he would let the company go bankrupt, knowing all his creditors would be visible to the world? He says they got scammed by Aspiration along with many others, crimes for which they that Aspiration pled guilty to last week. Scammers do scammy things. They said they did a $300 million deal, like you said, sponsorship deal with the Clippers. That's a huge deal. The better the team does, the more value the sponsorship has. It actually makes perfect sense that if they stole money from investors and want the Clippers to succeed, why not give stolen money to help keep their best player? So he said it's sad that Pablo Torre didn't take the time to find out how these scammers pulled off their scam. The idea that the default is Ballmer is the bad guy is going to backfire on him. So that's Mark Cuban, who has no skin in the game.
And is a savvy businessman.
Savvy,
as we know.
And he would not put that out there into the universe if he wasn't sure. Now, I don't know the truth, but this sounds like it's got 1,000 different layers to it. When you're talking $300 million, and then we're talking scamming, and we're talking investors, guys, this may not be unpacked for several years as to what the hell actually happened here. Mm-hmm. Now, was Kawhi Leonard paid, I don't want to say fraudulently, were they circumventing the salary cap? I don't know. I can't speak to that. But if the company Aspiration, which did the $300 million, and then they said, we're going to pay Kawhi Leonard to do this, like, Kawhi Leonard and Steve Ballmer don't know the difference at that point. I mean, this is a wild one.
Well, I guess the question, what Pablo Torre is asking is if he didn't have to do anything. Like you essentially gave him, I think it was $28 million and $7 million per year. So 7 times 4 for 4 years. He didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to talk about the company. He didn't post anything about Aspire. Didn't do any posts or commercials.
But he's not required to. It's what the company asks him to do. If they don't ask him.
True, but I guess that's the only reason why Pablo Torre wondered, well, what in the hell was he doing to earn $28 million? And then you saw, I don't know if you saw, but there was, he did interview one of the employees, and they were saying, yeah, that was kind of weird that this is on our books, but this person does nothing to, give the company more publicity. So it is intriguing. I don't know if it's Steve Ballmer that was trying to circumvent and I got a way to get you $28 more million. I know such and such is offered. I don't know.
But Carey,
that is odd.
Think about
that he's not working or doing anything for the company but getting $28 million.
It's really odd. And I said this to you, Anthony, I think in the office earlier today about this. I said, if Steve Ballmer, who, by the way, is crazy, okay, but I mean super smart and obviously very wealthy and knows what he's doing, and he probably figures this is Kawhi Leonard's last contract in the NBA. If he was going to circumvent it at all, why wouldn't he just say, hey, Kawhi, here's a contract. There's no date yet. The day you retire, you're going to be an advisor to the Clippers. I'm going to give you $25 million to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
So Steve Ballmer, knowing full well he can do that, that's not cap circumvention.
That's
but it kind of
correct. I agree with that. It is weird, though. I mean, what Mark Cuban says makes plenty of sense, and what Pablo Torre says, it makes plenty of sense. Somebody's wrong. Somebody's lying.
Do you think we ever find out the answer?
No. Nah, hell no.
All the money that's in this, all the lawyers, this is going to get buried. It's going to get dissected, chopped up into 1,000 pieces, and then, like...
You know, what is interesting, though, if the NBA does find something that basically sticks the Clippers and Kawhi Leonard to the wall here, in 2000, the Minnesota Timberwolves were penalized for a secret deal with Joe Smith.
Mm-hmm.
The penalty was a loss of 5 first-round picks. They were fined $3.5 million, suspensions for the owner and coach, and Smith's contract was voided.
Wow.
Like that. I mean, if
there's
precedent already that the NBA will rule with iron fists.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. They have to.
Yeah.
With the amount of millions and hundreds of millions of dollars that surround the NBA and billions of dollars, like you can't have a loophole or a crack
in the
like
salary
this.
cap for
you
sure.
Can't.
Right. Couldn't agree more. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. It's Wednesday, so we're going to play Prove Me Wrong next. If you got a Prove Me Wrong statement, this is a statement you can send in that you want either Carey, Jamie, or me to prove wrong. Then do so via the Air Comfort Service tax line at 314-399-9646. Prove me wrong next in the Fast Lane. Jamie, there's no better time than right now, or in fact this weekend, than to head down to Mentality. And Jamie's going to tell you why a certain promotion makes a lot of sense for every guy that is feeling tired and run down and not themselves. And that certainly fit the bill for Jamie and I, who wanted to change. We wanted to drop weight. We wanted to build muscle. We wanted our energy, that sustained energy, to come back. We want our passion, drive for work and home life to be all there too. If you're tired of feeling run down all the time, you're sick of being moody, you have no answers, go see our friends at Mentality, because you could be dealing with low testosterone, which impacts all of us, Jamie.
Yeah, and go check them out this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Chesterfield location. They're having their Mentality Health Fair. So if you have any reservations at all and you just want to kind of see what's going on, ask some questions, it's the perfect time to do it. It includes free labs, free in-body scans, free health consultation, all of that stuff. Really no reason to not go check it out. When you're down there, ask for Angel. Tell her that Anthony and Jamie sent you in. She's going to love helping you out. But guys, honestly, take control of your life. Head over to Mentality. Check things out this Saturday, 9 to 2 p.m. over in Chesterfield. Again, tell them that Anthony and Jamie sent you in, and you can also visit their website.
MentalityHealth.com/radio to book your appointment. But again, head down to the Chesterfield location. Like Jamie said, a perfect time to go see our friends at Mentality.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. After defeating the Athletics last night by a final score of 2-1, the Cardinals look for another win tonight. 6:45 first pitch. Matthew Liberatore on the mound for the Cardinals. He'll oppose Jeffrey Springs for the Athletics. We have Prove Me Wrong coming up next, so get your questions your Prove Me Wrong statements in to the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. We'll play Prove Me Wrong next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
Prove me wrong, kids. Prove me wrong.
It's time to play Prove Me Wrong here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. This is where you can send in your statement that you want to see Carey, Jamie, or me have to prove wrong in front of our judge, who is Andrew Marsh. And may I add, Andrew is incredible.
Thank you.
All areas of life. Intelligent, funny.
You know what I was picking up on? Typically, you will compliment my outfit, but I know how much you despise the Cardinals right now, and I'm wearing Cardinal stuff head to toe. You paused for a second because you didn't want to compliment those Redbirds.
Well, do you know why, though? Because they make you upset, Judge, and I don't want you to be upset.
Wow, he's already in Prove Me Wrong mode. So why don't we start up with the 618? Prove me wrong. The Eagles are going to pick up right where they left off and absolutely dominate the game tomorrow night.
Tough matchup with the Dallas Cowboys team that knows the Eagles inside and out. Here's the thing. Divisional games, especially when it's the first game, you don't know how it's gonna play, right? Eagles are going to be really hyped. They're going to have their celebration and all that. We have seen in years past the Kansas City Chiefs open up on a Thursday night, unveil the banners, celebration and whatnot, come out a little slow and lose. Detroit Lions got them a couple years ago. It's not out of the realm of possibility. As good as the Eagles are, the Dallas Cowboys go in there, throw the ball over the yard, specifically with Dak Prescott and CD Lamb. 500 yards, 4 tutties, as the Eagles defensively struggle a little bit. Huh? Not crazy, right, Judge? To see those two guys put up a buttload of points.
And Jake Ferguson, too.
Well, of course, Jake Ferguson's part of that mix. You know they can't run the ball, Judge.
No, they can't.
And it's pretty tough to pick up where you left off. Where you left off was the Super Bowl. Like, there's definitely going to be a little regression here. There could be fatigue for playing as much football as they've had. It's very difficult to come out exactly the way you ended last season. And to your point, Anthony, the Cowboys are lined up perfect. Or this is what some would call a trap game.
Absolutely.
I want to be selfish on this one, just in case Rachel's listening.
I thought you were going to be selfish.
You can't, Judge, I'm sorry, but you can't let personal emotions get into
Well, either way, it could have went either way, and they were both for personal reasons.
Yeah.
Anthony targeted my fantasy football team.
Marsh gave me his whole fantasy football team.
Oh, man.
Which includes Dak Prescott.
I like the stack.
CD Lamb.
I like the stack.
Jake Ferguson.
Stacked them up.
Yeah, I don't like the Jake Ferguson pick, but I had no other choice. All right, from the 314, prove me wrong. This year's Cardinals team is better and more fun to watch than last year's Cardinals team.
Last year's Cardinal team had a chance. You know how I know they had a chance? They did not sell at the deadline. I was yelling for Ryan Helsley to be traded. They said, "Hell no, Fast Lane, you Carey Davis. We got a chance." They were 3 games out of the wild card at some point, right? Mm-hmm. They were much closer in the division race than they are now. That team last year had a greater chance than this team has had at any point this year.
Tell them.
The numbers will bear it out. The Cardinals, what are they, 60, what? You know?
69 and 71.
And last year they won 83 games.
Yeah.
Ain't got enough games left to win 83. So by record alone, based on how poorly they've been playing, Judge.
Of course.
Not
Mathematically,
numbers.
maybe, but this team's not
Mathematically,
playing
maybe,
well.
But they're not playing well enough. I mean, they got blown out a few nights ago by the Athletics. They don't even have a city.
No.
They're just the A's, right? So, based off what I've witnessed this year, last year was a much better year than what the Cardinals are doing this year. No questions.
I think what you're missing here is that the last time Jamie Rivers went to a Cardinals game, history was made. He's going again tonight.
Yeah, but it's free tickets.
There's a chance. There's a chance that this team could go on a run.
He's not throwing out a pitch.
There's a
he was throwing out a pitch that
well,
night.
he's sitting right next to the field.
Nope. Oh, damn it.
Free tickets.
You don't believe that team last year was good?
I don't believe this one.
83 wins.
I believe it's better than this one.
Jeez.
All right, let's get serious here. From the 801, prove me wrong. In regard to this upcoming season, Pavel Buchnevich's play/scoring is more important to the success of the Blues than that of Jordan Kyrou.
Yeah, absolutely not. I mean, look, last year you made the playoffs, you made noise. You should have beat the Winnipeg Jets, which was the #1 team in the NHL, and Pavel Buchnevich had a down year. So much so that people were wondering, well, what's going on with Buch? Now, he played some center and did some things like that, but he only had 57 points last year. And you didn't really need Pavel Buchnevich to carry you to the promised land because Jordan Kyrou had 70 points in 82 games. So when you're looking at the season overall, if Pavel Buchnevich can stay around 60 points, be solid defensively, and help out with the penalty kill and things like that, that's fine. Just unleash the fury with Jordan Kyrou out there as he's only going to go higher and higher. And now Dylan Holloway, by the way, he's been healthy for 3 months, skating, working out, and now we're going to get a full season of those two together. Yeah, I'd say that Jordan Kyrou is more important in this situation.
Nice job, Jamie.
Good job. From the 314, prove me wrong. The Ohio State does not deserve to be ranked #1 after their win over Texas.
I'm sorry, did they beat the #1 team in the land?
Yeah.
Did they pretty much manhandle that team? Texas had nothing going until the final few drives of the fourth quarter. Ohio State, Matt Patricia has not gotten enough credit for what he's done as a defensive coordinator, both in the National Football League and now at the Ohio State University. You're looking at some coverages and some things that were taking place for old Arch Manning that he ain't never seen before, and he will never see again until he's on an NFL football field. That man was calling some defense on Saturday, and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Yeah, Julian Sayin is a first-time starter. They didn't really get it going offensively, but guess what? What have I said all the time? Defense does what, Anthony?
Wins championships.
And that's what the Ohio State Buckeyes lean their hat on. They lean on that defense, and they did it on Saturday, and they will again. And they did beat the #1 team in the land. So, therefore, they are now the #1 team in the land.
From the Waterboy, prove me wrong. CD and Jamie will not watch a single Central Michigan football game this season.
Oh, no, they will. Absolutely they will, because these two guys are loyal. I don't just call them friends. I call them brothers. CD more so in that area. But the bottom line is these two guys, they care about me. They know how much my CMU Chippewas mean to me. And at some point, especially this weekend when we upend Pittsburgh as a 21-point underdog, they'll want to get on board, Judge. They'll feel it. They'll start to say, fire up Chips. Mm-hmm. So they will watch at least 1 second.
And here's the thing. I call Illinois football games. Central Michigan plays Michigan in a couple of weeks. I need to make sure I know what's going on in the landscape of the Big Ten. So I will be tuned into that Michigan game to see what they're doing against the old Chippewas. I got to watch the Chips because I got to watch Michigan. I got to watch them all.
Mm-hmm. And you care about me.
And I care.
What about you, Jamie? You going to be dialed in?
I am. And I feel bad because, we've poked fun at Anthony before, but then just seeing the raw passion that he has for the Chips. And, I reflected on things the last couple of days and realized that Anthony deserves our support. And you know what? I've never watched a CMU game, but I promise you this. Not only will I watch one, I'll have a full breakdown of what I saw out there on the field. I will be proud to be cheering for the Fire Up Chips in the future.
Yeah. Hey, they play Buffalo on a Wednesday night in November.
Let's go, baby.
I'll be watching.
We should go.
Action.
Yeah. I'll be watching.
Who wouldn't?
We also need Anthony happy for the final hour of the show. Yes. All right,
Thanks,
one more.
guys. I know you meant every word.
Absolutely.
One more here from 314. Prove me wrong. Jamie Rivers should bring back the soul patch.
Oh, no, he shouldn't. So the soul patch was a great idea, and I'll tell you all about it because I used to always have facial hair playing, and then when I started to go gray, you look like an old man on the ice. It's not a good look when you're trying to stay around a league of young guys. So I reverted to the soul patch because that was the one area that didn't have any gray in it, yet still gave me a little bit of facial hair. Looking back now and seeing the pictures, I wish I could have talked to myself and said, hey, self, you're going to look at this in a little while. Like, you might think it's cool right now, and there's some people wearing a soul patch, but in the future, you're going to look back and say, I probably should have shaved that off. So going back to the soul patch is probably not a great idea. And I have a lovely girlfriend who currently likes the facial hair I sport. And if I showed up one day just out of nowhere with the soul patch, I think there could be some friction there. And not the kind we're looking for. Yeah.
Good job, gentlemen.
Thank you.
The 314 says, do your research, please, and shows the box score of the Texas-Ohio State game.
It's funny that the score isn't on there. I was just trying to figure out what the purpose of that message was. I don't see the score.
The score out?
I don't see the score. I see a bunch of stats. I get it. You're one of those guys or gals. Stats.
Wait, what? I don't
Just
understand.
do your research because we were talking about how well Ohio State played and how they're the number one team in the land because they beat the number one team in the land. Yeah. Then this person types in the stats from the game where Texas has more yards, more rushing, more passing. But again,
where's the score?
They didn't put the score.
I don't see the score.
They cropped the score out.
It's amazing that didn't show up on there.
You know what I like out of my baseball teams? Getting on base.
Yes. Not scoring runs. Okay.
Most important thing is getting on base.
I think scoring is...
That's how you might win games.
Yeah.
Okay?
You gotta bring those guys around when they get on base.
Up.
Just trying to figure out what the point of
Getting
that
on base is key.
Leads to
OBP,
opportunities to score.
Me.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right, Judge?
That was for the texter, not us.
All right, it's a Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. Our favorite NFL matchups for week one, as in like individual quarterback versus defense matchups and the like. That's next on 101 ESPN. Hey, if you're looking for a one-of-a-kind fall event, I've got a great event coming up, a great cause. Saddle up for the Glennon Gallup September 20th matchup. It's a thrilling charity polo match happening again September 20th in Defiance, Missouri. It's not just polo. It's a field-side party. They've got tailgating. Of course, you can cheer. Community spirit. It's all wrapped into one, and it all goes to benefit the Danish Pediatric Center at Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. So you can bring your friends, pack your picnic, claim your spot on the sidelines. And whether you choose a tailgate space or a car-load admission, every ticket helps provide care for kids who need it most. So come for the action, stay for the cause, and be a part of something truly special. You can go online to purchase field-side tickets, and details can be found at glennon.org/Gallup. That's glennon.org/Gallup. You won't want to miss this event. Fastline on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. So we're going to do our favorite matchups for like quarterbacks versus defenses. Same thing with wide receiver, running backs. Basically kind of doing a bit of a preview in a different way when it comes to the player-specific picks. So without further ado, Marsh, you want to start off with QBs?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so we all picked a quarterback that we love from a matchup standpoint for week 1. Carey, who'd you choose?
I'm going Jordan Love versus the Detroit Lions.
Wow.
Yeah. Where is it? Division matchup. Opportunity. The Packers went out and drafted Matthew Golden in the first round. I think Jordan Love's going to have a great day. I know Aiden Hutchinson is back. They're healthy, but they got a new defensive coordinator. It might take some time for that team to gel on both offense and defense with new coordinators. They got a lot of the same guys coming back, but they were, I think, 3rd in passing yards allowed last year. So,
yeah.
Give me Jordan Love.
That sounds like a lot of hope. For me, QB, give me Jaden Daniels. They've got first week matchup against the Giants. I have absolutely no faith in the Giants. I think Jaden Daniels going to air it out. I think he's going to ball out, as they say. What?
Despite my having to argue against the Philadelphia Eagles and prove me wrong, I absolutely think the Eagles are going to dismantle the Cowboys tomorrow night. My favorite quarterback matchup is Jalen Hurts versus the Micah Parsons-less Dallas Cowboys. I think he runs for 50-some-odd yards. I think he vultures a couple more tutties from Saquon Barkley, who will no doubt get them down to the 1 and let Jalen Hurts take over.
Yeah.
Eagles O-line intact for the most part. I know they've dealt with some things, but A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, you know the weapons there. Against that secondary, primetime opener at home, give me Jalen Hurts.
I'm going with Kyler Murray. I think Carey will like this pick. They're taking on the Saints, who will probably be the worst team in football this upcoming year. But I like Kyler Murray. I think the Cardinals are going to have an interesting year. I'm very fascinated by this team. And I think Kyler Murray has a lot to prove because there's people like Jamie who don't believe in him.
He's proven so much.
Well, exactly. So he has a lot to prove.
Yeah, not as much as some people, though.
Well, not as much as Sam Darnold. But
I didn't say it.
I think Kyler
No one
Murray
has as much. No one. Sam
a lot
Darnold.
of pressure.
I didn't say
He
it.
got the most to prove. of
Lamar
anybody
Jackson and Josh Allen have more to prove.
They do.
Ever in the world of
You're right,
the history of
clear.
football.
Should have picked them.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray is
You
my
guys already
pick.
did. I'm sorry for being creative. Wide receiver, Carey, go.
This one's a tough one. I think you might like this one, though. I'm going to go Drake London.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I think Michael Penix is going to be a really good football player. They are my favorite to win that division. I like Drake London. I was going to go Kyle Pitts, but I know how much you hate him. So I went Drake London.
Wow.
You know how much I hate him, or you know that he won't do anything?
I drafted Kyle Pitts in one of my leagues. He was there, and I've been saying for a while, I needed another tight end too. But no, I think
he's your starter.
No, he's my starter.
Like one of your last picks.
He's my actual last pick.
Yeah, samesies.
Yeah. In case he falls, into some receiving yards.
Yeah.
But Drake London.
All right, I'm going to take Puka Nacua. I think that they're going to run wild on the Texans. Stafford back there. I like his chances.
This one, I'm just going to go with the obvious, the layup, Jamar Chase.
It's a good Cleveland defense.
Myles Garrett's going to be in Joe Burrow's face all day long, baby.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah, no, Jamar Chase, horrible pick. You guys are absolutely right. I'll still stick with him, though.
Good job.
I think that one of the true alpha receivers in the league, and at some point, especially when Cleveland's defense is on the field the entire game, Jamar Chase goes off.
I like Brian Thomas Jr. Against the Panthers this week. Home game, new head coach. I'm sure Liam Cohen is going to want to air the ball out, show that this can be a different type of offense, that they can throw the ball, and maybe Trevor Lawrence has a bit of a renaissance here this season. So I think it's a big game for Brian Thomas Jr. in week 1.
All right. Running backs, Carey.
James Conner, for the same reason that Marshy picked Kyler Murray. The Saints stink. They are the worst team in football, probably. They're going to be passing a lot. They're going to be down more than likely. And when you have a big lead, what do? You run the damn ball. So James Conner versus the Saints is my pick.
Running back, I got Saquon. I know that there was a massive need for that defensive tackle for the Cowboys to stop the run, but they were putrid against the run last year, and I think the Eagles just run that ball straight up the field all night long, like Lionel Richie said.
Okay. I'm going to go with Jonathan Taylor of the Colts. Dolphins' run defense still shaky between the tackles. Their linebacker depth isn't good. I don't think their defense is overall that good. Colts at home, small favorite. Daniel Jones is under center, so you're going to want to make sure that Jonathan Taylor is the focal point of that offense. So give me Jonathan Taylor.
I'm going to go with Chase Brown for the Bengals. You can catch the ball. You can run the ball. I think the Bengals, despite starting slow all the time, I think they start out fast this year, except for when they play the Vikings. And I think Chase Brown has a big day week 1.
Finally, defense. Your favorite defense for week 1.
I'm going Denver. Rookie quarterback. On the road, Denver is one of the best teams. Had the returning defensive player of the year in Patrick Surtain. Yeah, give me Denver. They got Hyafunga, Greenlaw, and they added those two. Yeah, it's going to be a long day for the young man in the Tennessee Titans uniform and Cam Ward.
Give me Denver. I wrote down the Broncos for everything that CD just said. Broncos.
Who'd you go with, Marsh?
I went with the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Jets, Jets. I have no idea what that offense is going to look like this year. I know that Justin Fields can run the ball, so maybe he causes some fits. It is his former team, but I think Pittsburgh's defense is too good, and the Jets are just a cluster, you know what. I just don't see it working out too well for the Jets this week.
I, too, like the Steelers. You're going to back the Steelers. Defense, especially with the Steelers overall, you do so in the first half of the season. Once you get to the second half, you better start to bail because the defense is going to be tired. They're going to be worn out, and the Steelers will start to take their now annual plunge.
Oh, wow.
So give me the Steelers, baby. That's for you, Carey.
That was a crap sandwich.
That was a massive crap sandwich.
They're going to be great against the Jets. I agree with Marsh. You're welcome, Carey. You are welcome.
I think.
Hey, Jordan Walker. Is it his fault that he stinks or the Cardinals or both? That's next on 101 ESPN.
You know what, like, I think is really missing for Jordan Walker, honestly, and this part of it's no fault of his own. He needs a veteran, man. He needs a guy that can show him the ropes. He needs a guy that can put his arm around him and say, hey, dude, come with me. This is what we do. There's not that guy in this lineup. Like, they don't have that veteran guy. The closest they have, right, is Nolan Arenado, who's hurt. He's on the IL. He's been going through his own ups and downs, this season. Like, I think that is really missing for a guy like Jordan Walker. He's still 23 years old. He's still got a lot of good skill sets, but maybe he doesn't know exactly how to tap into all of those.
506, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. That voice, of course, was Brad Thompson, who joined us earlier today. BT, FanDuel Sports Network, and we're talking about Jordan Walker. Jordan Walker has become a big topic of conversation this week, mainly because you had Brant Brown, the hitting coach, mentioned yesterday that Jordan Walker, he'd like to see Jordan Walker take almost some, and I'm paraphrasing here, some personal ownership in his development. I think Ollie was the one that also said he'd like to see some more urgency when it comes to Jordan Walker and his development. You heard Brad Thompson mention, though, if there was a veteran that maybe took Jordan Walker under his wing right now, maybe that would expedite things. Where are you guys at now with Jordan Walker? Because he doesn't seem like a bad kid at all. Doesn't seem like he doesn't care. But from the out, and again, we're outsiders. We don't know. We're not in the clubhouse. We don't see the work every single day. He'll be working his ass off every single day, and we don't get to see the ins and outs of that. But you guys know as professional athletes, there's getting your work in, and then there's going the extra mile to ensure that you're developing at the pace you should be.
Yeah, so this is a tough one because, look, in Cardinal Nation, people have a tendency quickly to blame the pitching coach or the hitting coach. Right. It's all their fault. The problem with this one is Brant Brown has a pretty good track record. In fact, Albert Pujols on record crediting Brant Brown to kind of fixing him when he was with the Dodgers. And then we saw Albert came back from the Dodgers to St. Louis. Tough first half, yes, but then ended up crushing it. And that's Albert Pujols, by the way, giving credit to Brant Brown. I think sometimes the youth is good for a player, but, Carey, sometimes youth is confusing. And I'm going to read you a quote from Jordan Walker when asked about everything kind of going on right now, because this has turned into quite a thing here in St. Louis. In fact, it's been a lot of the national level, too. Here is what he says regarding some of his struggles and adjustments and things like that. And this is a direct quote. He says, do you think about it much? He says, sometimes, but not consciously. He admitted, he goes, I'll get in the box and think this is what's comfortable right now, and it might be something that I used to do. Looking at the tape, I'm standing wide, getting more into my legs, and I'm stepping towards the plate. Even when I'm going bad, I'm doing that. It doesn't feel like my old swing at all. Going back is, I guess, what's comfortable, but when I look at the tape, it doesn't look like the old swing. So now I'm trying to keep towards the approach. That is so confusing, what he just said. That, to me, is a player that's domed up. Mm-hmm. Like, he's searching for the answers. He's like, I want to go back to my old stuff, but I'm watching the tape, and it feels like I'm doing it, but I'm not. So I'm just going to keep working on the approach, but I am more comfortable with my old stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I said to you, Anthony, I go, this is like a house when you go to buy it, CD, and you find out, like, the foundation's sinking a little bit. And you go, okay, I don't care how beautiful the house is, how spectacular it is. We got to tear it down. We got to pour a new foundation. I think that's where the Cardinals are on this one. And I don't mean, like, get rid of the player, send him down. All that. BT said, what's the point? But you've got to rebuild this player mentally first, because that was really confusing what that quote was. And you can tell that's going through his mind every single time he's in the batter's box.
Right.
Because and you can see it. This is why it kind of makes sense to me now when I watch some of his approaches when he's at the plate, is he's thinking about, like, are my hips open? Are they closed? Like, he's thinking all of these things instead of the old Mark McGwire see-ball, hit ball. Now, Mark McGwire's a terrible comparison because that guy he just outright rake. So I don't know what the answer is. I don't, because I'm not going to claim to know so much about baseball and teaching somebody how to hit. I'm just not.
Right.
But if this was a hockey player talking about their position or their skating stride or how they used to do it, how they don't do it, how they think about it, I would think to myself, we need to get right back to basics. Like starting in the summer or the off season, like we got to rebuild this machine from the ground up.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think it's kind of like when you're playing golf. I think we've all played golf, and you hear people tell you, okay, you need to do this. You got to follow through. You got to don't let the club do the work. It's 100 things that they tell you to do, and by the time you get done, you're like, I don't know how I'm supposed to hit this ball that's not even moving. Yeah. So I think it's a lot of that, and like you said, Jamie, he's probably in his head at this point where he is trying to. I don't think he's trying to fail. I don't think any player goes out and says, I'm not going to be better or work to be the best I can be. I think every single player wants to succeed. I know they do. But they're not always capable of doing that. And sometimes you do get in your head. Sometimes it does become too much. I think for him, and I think for coaches, you have to do what makes the player comfortable, but also implement what you need them to do and figure out how to get the best of both worlds. Because if you're not comfortable in whatever you're doing, you're going to go back to what's comfortable. That's just your natural inclination, especially if you're not having success. If you're having success and it's uncomfortable, you can probably convince yourself, all right, I hate how this feels, but damn it, it works. I'm going to keep trying. But if you're not comfortable and you're failing, your natural inclination is that, okay, I'm going to do what's comfortable. At least I'll be failing and be comfortable doing it. Right. So I think it's a combination of how can we, as you said, rebuild what we need you to do while you're feeling comfortable doing it. And then maybe move it a little bit to where, yeah, it's uncomfortable at the beginning, but you'll learn to be comfortable in it as you start to have more success with it. So it's all of those things. It's both parties. And I do think having a veteran, I'm sure, Jamie, you had guys. For me, when I got to Indianapolis, it was Cato June and Gary Brackett, two linebackers that brought me under their wing and said, hey, you with us. Whatever we do, you do. Mm-hmm. We didn't even play the same position, but they were a year older. They had just gotten there the year before, a couple of years before, and they were like, hey, we got you. Come over to the house. Come play Monopoly. We're going to hang out. We're going to do all of these things. We're going to show you how to be a pro. And it's not just how to get prepared for practice or get prepared for games. It's how to be a professional athlete. It's the off-the-field stuff as well. So having a vet kind of grab you and pull you around is beneficial both on the field and off the field. And if he needs that, then you got to find somebody, or he has to find someone. And it doesn't have to necessarily, it's better if they're on your team, but it doesn't have to be someone that's on your team. It's just somebody that can teach you the ins and outs of how to be a pro and how to get the work done.
And the player can also seek out the veteran too.
Correct.
You know, it doesn't always have to be the vet that walks across the clubhouse, puts his arm around you, or says, hey, like, it's okay for the younger player to just go grab a guy and just say, hey, man, like,
teach me.
What do you see in, like, just a fresh set of eyeballs, a thought on this? You know, here's what I'm dealing with. You ever dealt with anything like this before? Like, that's okay, too, to take the initiative.
I also asked Brad if this, you know, what he said about maybe the veteran, somebody veteran taking him under his wing and all that. If this goes hand in hand with the Cardinals trying to change their minor league system, I think Jordan Walker is a symptom of a bigger problem. And the bigger problem is that whether you call it the Cardinal way or just saying, hey, this is the standards for how we do things, somewhere along the line that message either grew stale, it wasn't being repeated, something got missed here. And somebody like Jordan Walker coming up, not really understanding what the standards are, he is now struggling to develop at the big league level. That's why you have to have a minor league system in place like the Cardinals have always had to say, look, boom, this is how we do things. This is how we go about our work. This is how we play the game. This is what we do off the field. So by the time he gets to the big league level, he only has to worry about trying to hit big league pitching or trying to strike out big league hitters. So I think this is it's a much bigger problem. It goes deeper than this, and I hope that the Cardinals are trying to rectify it. But Jordan Walker, as of right now, has missed the boat on that. And to your point, Jamie, they're going to have to start over a bit.
And this is a tough spot right now. You're at the end of the season. We talk about runway all season long. Well, the runway's coming to an end here, and you're not playing great if you're Jordan Walker. In fact, all of this coming out now is really not great either, because the athlete, as you know, Carey, is going to feel the pressure to make sure I change everybody's mind before the end of the season.
Well, I don't think he's going to be able to change anyone's mind by the end of the year.
He's going to think that.
I think if I'm him, I finish out this year as well as I can, and I go into the offseason, start fresh completely, and do whatever I need to do. Find the thing that is comfortable for me, that I can do, where I can see the ball, where I can hit the ball, where I can have success. If it's driving it to the opposite field, do that until they decide, oh, he's beating the hell out of us on these outside pitches. Let's throw him inside, and now I can get back into what I like to do. And I think that that's what Brant Brown was saying. You're going to have to do what you don't like to do in order to be able to do what you do like to do. And that's kind of how life goes. You're going to have to be uncomfortable, live an uncomfortable way until you can do enough to become comfortable and do what you want to do. So he's going to have to figure that out, and it's probably going to take this offseason. It's going to be a big offseason for him, and you know this, Jamie. I know this. Every offseason, there's one or two guys that are – it's kind of a make-or-break year for them going into training camp, going into spring training. Like, if you don't figure it out this time, buddy, you're probably going to be looking for a job or trying to find another team to be on or trying to stay in the league. So it's going to be a big offseason for him, but I would just finish up this season as best as I can, try to hit the ball the opposite way, if at all possible, and see what I can correct in the offseason.
Hey, you can join TMA at the return of the Lemmings Open Friday, October 3rd at Oak Valley Golf Course and Resort, brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Get your foursome together to join Tim, Martin, Doug, and Jackson for a day out on the course, which includes breakfast from Donut Drive-In, lunch from Lion's Choice, an after party with food from Small Sliders, all your Michelob Ultra beer and seltzers, and registration opens this Friday morning at 8 a.m. with a portion of the proceeds benefiting Birdies for Bipolar. Find all the Lemmings open info now at 101ESPN.com. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Do you like this current version of college football, or did you prefer it with a couple of alphas that were leading the way? That's next on 101 ESPN. is Fastlane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Do you guys like this version of college football? And what I mean by that is the kind of the unpredictable nature of the sport. There's no top-heavy teams. We just saw it. We just saw the number one team in the nation in Texas go into Ohio State, only score 7 points, and now Ohio State's, and they're the defending champs, but Ohio State's now number one with a quarterback who's got exactly one game of experience. In other words, there's no alpha. Now, maybe one emerges, but it's not like it used to be with Bama, their run, or Bama and Georgia, or Bama and Clemson. I prefer this, where there's more unpredictability, but some would argue that the overall talent level is kind of watered down, and they'd rather have an alpha or two that everybody's chasing. For me, I'd rather have what we have now.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd want the alphas. I've told you several times, like, college football used to bore me because you watch the certain teams, it's just a bloodbath.
Yeah.
There's going to be 3 or 4 teams at the end of the season that are good, and everybody else literally way beneath them.
Mm-hmm.
And in the last couple of years, college football has done a better job of creating parity, whether that's been the NIL money that's being passed around, so now players go to different schools and they don't just all flock to one program, whether it's the college football playoffs changing things and therefore inspiring more schools to recruit better or get better players or spend more NIL money. I don't know what the secret sauce is, but every week now I'm watching college football. Whereas I'd only wait for 1 or 2 games a season before where you'd get 2 of the big dogs playing. I'd be like, okay, I'll watch this one. Because every other week I was just disinterested with it. So I prefer this version much better.
I agree. I think personally, and I'm going to speak from an Illinois standpoint, like to me, this is outstanding because we actually have, in my opinion, a chance. We don't have, I don't think I've seen many superstars throughout the college landscape. You got your Caleb Downs and you got your Jeremiah Smiths, but I think you talked about the NIL money. It is much more spread out in terms of talent amongst a bunch of teams as opposed to all the talent on one or 2 or 3 teams. Now you got guys going all over the place because they can get paid the same amount no matter where they are, and they have an opportunity to play right away. So I do love the way that the landscape is shaking up right now because I have no clue. And, yeah, we're only 1 week in, but I have no clue who's going to win the national championship this year. I think last year you were confident in saying Oregon is a really good team. Man, Ohio State is a really good team. Oh, crap, they lost to Michigan. They might not be. And then you look at Alabama, you're like, oh, they're a good team. Oh, they lost to they're the number 1 team. They lose to Vanderbilt. So you felt like you had some teams in there that had a chance. But this year, I feel like it is completely wide open. I think it's because of the quarterbacks. You don't know who the number 1 quarterback is. I don't think it's going to be a heavy draft in terms of great quarterbacks coming out. But I think this is outstanding for all college programs because you honestly have an opportunity. Even talk crap about Mizzou. Even Mizzou, they have an opportunity to find their way into the college football playoffs because it is wide open. If you can go on a run, if you can put together, a 6-week span where you're playing extremely well, maybe take a loss, but you're not a terrible loss. Mm-hmm. I think anybody has a chance to win a national championship this year.
I think if you're Texas, you can lose at Ohio State and still put together an excellent season and make the college football playoff. I mean, we saw Ohio State obviously lose to Michigan the final regular season, and we're like, oh, you're done. Ryan Day's going to get fired. And a month later, a month and a half later, they were national champions. Right. So if you're a team that is loaded, you can still kind of go through a gauntlet schedule, lose a game, and still make the playoffs. Or maybe even lose 2 games, depending on what those 2 losses are, and still make the playoffs. You'll have a tougher road to win it all, but it's not like it was before where if you have 1 bad game, you could be one of the best teams. You get 1 bad game, you're done.
You're out.
See ya.
Which is crazy. Think about that, because how many teams over the course of history have been 2nd or 3rd in the nation, but they really were the best team in the nation? They just had a bad week. And I know the counter to that is, well, don't have a bad week. I get it.
Right.
But even the heavyweight champion of the world has a bad night sometimes and finds himself kissing the canvas,
Sure.
and then gets back up off the canvas and never loses again.
Right.
So the format before was very flawed. It actually promoted teams to be top heavy. it rewarded the top 4 or 5 teams, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And now the way the format is, it's rewarding several teams. And if you have a loss, as long as it's not a terrible loss, you're still in the ball game. You still have a chance to make the playoffs and then play your best ball.
Absolutely. The other thing here, so those are for the top. Those are for the top teams, right? The ones that do take advantage of the edge they may have in NIL or recruiting. The flip of the coin here is that because those teams, the talent is more spread out now because possibly of NIL. Teams like programs like Illinois, if you have a really good team, you really can't suffer too many losses if you're Illinois, but if you put together a good run, you can be in the playoff. Your fan base is stoked. Other college football fans that are tired of the Alabamas, right? They get a chance to kind of jump on your bandwagon. So it's like you're casting a wider net for your entire sport, as opposed to just saying, unless you're an Alabama fan, forget it.
I totally agree.
Or you got an NFL quarterback, Clemson. Or Georgia, you're just as stacked as Alabama. If you're one of those two teams, have fun this year. If not,
just
go fast lane yourself.
Yeah. I think it's amazing. It is an exciting time. People talk about the transfer portal. I think when used correctly, you can have success. You can move to a different program, have another opportunity. Carson Beck is an example. He left Georgia. Now he's started in Miami. Have a big win down there. Like it is. Castellanos is another example. Like you have a chance to move on to another program and have success. And continue to build your resume. The trouble people get into is when they aren't highly sought after and they jump into the portal and they have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
But I just think that the fact that you're able to move the way you need to, you're able to get paid. It is literally any team can make it this year and make a run for a championship.
I think what college football has done, in my eyes, is the holy grail has always been the spring madness, March Madness. That has always been the holy grail, the tournament, the basketball thing. I think what college football has done is kind of gotten their version of that, but more like the Sweet 16. Like where you still got really good teams. You may not have that massive upset like you get in the NCAA basketball tournament, but now like it's created an excitement that week to week as you're watching these playoff games, like something could happen and you're watching with interest. So they're doing a good job of creating their own version of the March Madness, but now with college football.
And they're adjusting, too. Like last year, they realized that giving, Boise State just the free run in, that they had to alter things a little bit. And you're not always going to get great games. You're not always going to get great games in the NCAA tournament. You're not guaranteed great games in the NFL playoffs. It is what it is. But when it comes to just, again, casting the wide net and, like you said, Jamie, focusing in on kind of the Sweet 16, it makes it for more fun. And you will start to get some upsets. Arizona State nearly pulled off the big upset of the playoffs last year. Yeah. It can happen, certainly.
Against Texas. They should have won.
So
they had an opportunity.
This format, I think, is a lot of fun. All right, Jamie's got to get out of here. He's got to go to the Cardinals game. Apparently, he's sitting in the green seats. That you know what. But have fun, Jamie.
Thanks.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
You got it, bud.
All right. Bet the board and beat the streak next in the Fast Lane. Underdog Fantasy's where it's at. Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to select entries and win money all season long. You play right here in Missouri. You can play tomorrow night. You got the NFL kicking off with Cowboys and Eagles. Playing at Underdog, super easy. Choose a couple of players, whether it's in one matchup like tomorrow night, or if you want to choose one player in one matchup on Thursday night and one on Friday and one on Sunday. You can do that too. Playing on underdogs, awesome. For example, Jalen Hurts, I like him to go higher than 40.5 rushing yards tomorrow night. I like Dak Prescott to go higher when it comes to his 244.5 passing yards number. And I like CeeDee Lamb to go higher on his receiving yards at 71.5. You can add to that. You can fade that. You can follow that. But at underdog, they make it super easy to cash in. In fact, if you get your entries right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash and play for as little as $1. So get off the couch. Stop telling your buddies that, I knew so-and-so was going to have a great game, and actually play it at underdog and win some money in the process. Download the app today. Sign up with my promo code Anthony to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. Again, that promo code is Anthony. Millions of fans have already won billions making plays on underdog. Will you be next? Underdog. Make plays, win money. Must be 18 or older in present Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncbgambling.org.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Cardinals take on the Athletics tonight, 6:45 first pitch. Jeffrey Springs on the mound for the Athletics. Matthew Liberatore on the mound for the Cardinals. If you missed anything from today's show, including our interview with Brad Thompson. Make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our interviews and full shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have Beat the Streak and Bet the Board coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
I want to hit baseballs.
All of my successes depend on me.
You ready to hit?
The hits just keep on coming.
And his first big league hit is a bullet up the middle.
Time to play Beat the Streak here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We welcome back Caleb, who's starting to rack up a bit of a streak. What's up, Caleb?
Not much, gentlemen. We're having a good one. How about y'all?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good over here as well. So appreciate you playing again. Marsh, what's the latest streaks?
All right, Caleb has a streak of 3. Anthony, you have a streak of 2. And the rest of us are back to 0.
Oh, no. All right. Well, Caleb, you got honors, man.
All right, let's do it. You know, Jamie had to peace out early. I think he was hurt. I didn't take him and bet the board yesterday, and now I'm beating him and beat the streak.
Yeah, you
are. We're going to go with the hot hand, Jacob Wilson today.
Jacob Wilson. All right. Who should I go with, guys?
Are you next?
Yes.
I wasn't paying attention, huh?
I got a streak. Yeah, you were. You're just confirming. I got a massive streak going on of 2, so I don't want to blow this. You know what I mean? Give me Nolan Gorman, please, and thank you. All right, Marsh, who's next?
That would be me. I had the longer streak heading into today, and then it was broke. Give me Shea Langoliers.
Okay.
We are just, who'd you go with?
I went with Nolan Gorman.
Nolan Gorman.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Give me Zach Geloff.
Okay. You look very inspired by that.
Yeah,
sure. You're fired up.
Fire up chips.
Yeah, you are. And Jamie said that he wanted to double down on whoever he picked for
Herrera.
Okay. So there you go. Herrera. All right, Caleb, good luck to you, man.
Good luck, gentlemen. We're going to do a little bevertising tonight, probably like Jamie in the green seats. Got my CD shirt on, and hope to see you tomorrow.
No kidding. So you'll be right there with Jamie.
I wish. I'll be on my couch. My
must be a green couch.
In spirit.
In spirit. Okay.
Bless the couch
All
if you want to go to the
seats
game.
and Jamie. So, all right. Well, Caleb, enjoy, and hopefully we talk to you again tomorrow.
Have a good one, guys.
All right, you too. All right, from Beat the Streak to Bet the Board. So we started a new month yesterday, and I believe Carey and Jamie got points, but Marsh, you and I did not. Is that correct?
We did not.
Okay. All right. So it'll be Jamie, it'll be CD, it'll be Marsh, and then it'll be me. So Jamie said he wanted the Yankees on the money line, and I believe they did fall within the play, right?
Yes, they
The
did.
150 limit. Okay, so he's got the Yankees. He's taking the Yankees. Gary?
Give me Bryce Harper, 1.5 hits, runs, RBI.
Ooh, that's a new one. I don't know if I've ever seen Carey pick Harper.
You feeling it, huh?
I feel it.
Doing the
feel
bull
it
dance?
in my bones.
Okay, well, good. Marsh?
I'm looking at head-to-head tonight, Cardinals Athletics. Head-to-head, who has the more or the most strikeouts? Is it going to be Jeffrey Springs or Matthew Liberatore? I'm actually picking Jeffrey Springs to have more strikeouts thrown on that money line, which is at minus 130.
Okay, I am going to go with... I did a little research here, okay, because I feel like I'm failing my guy Caleb. Baseball has kicked my rear end. Can't wait for football tomorrow. But I will take a baseball game tonight. Marshy, give me the Brewers over 2.5 runs in the first 5 innings.
Wow.
Aaron Nola is on the bump for Philly. He has shown some vulnerability in the early innings. Brewers, as we know, are a juggernaut. I think they score at least 3 runs in the first 5 tonight. So that's my play.
You're stepping into
your territory.
My territory.
Yes.
Yeah. Very, very nice. I like it.
I have to. I mean, these money lines and these totals have been crushing me.
They're boring.
They are boring. Exactly. Yeah. You got to shake it up, Marsh.
Absolutely.
Hey, this year's Blues and Brews is only a couple of weeks away, coming on Friday, September 19th at the Anheuser-Busch Brewery. Get fired up for the blues season at this outdoor street party featuring live music from Grammy-nominated trio The Band Perry, plus appearances by blues players and alumni, food trucks, on-stage festivities hosted by 101 ESPN's Chris Kerber and Joy Vitale, and more. Tickets are now on sale for Blues and Brews presented by Bud Light, us here at 101 ESPN, our sister station 92.3 WIL, and Scott Lee Heating Company. Find all the details at 101ESPN.com. We will come back, wrap up the show with what we learned, 3 stars, and maybe some criticisms and compliments next on 101 ESPN. Hey, this September, it's kickoff time at Auto Centers Nissan. Welcome to the Winning Drive sales event. They've got over 1,000 vehicles in one massive location right off I-55 in Herculaneum, just minutes from South County. No games, no running around, just real savings and real selection. And right now, you can take advantage of 0% APR for 60 months, 0 down and no payments for 3 months on the 2025 Rogue, Pathfinder, and Murano, all built in the United States and backed by Nissan's top ranking in the latest J.D. Power initial quality study. That's award-winning quality from day one. And let me tell you, the Murano, driving one right now, I love it. They have completely redesigned the vehicle. It is sharp. It is, I mean, we got all kinds of different features inside the car. So many, in fact, I haven't tried them all. Love the Murano. You will too. If you're shopping used, they've got you covered there too. 0 down and no payments for 3 months on a huge selection of used vehicles, all priced to move. Every new Nissan comes with rock bottom dealer pricing, our exclusive lifetime warranty, and a 30-day return promise. So get to Auto Centers Nissan in Herculaneum or visit AutoCentersNissan.com. These offers won't last. When you do head out to Herculaneum, tell them Stalter sent you. if you missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast, available at 101ESPN.com or on the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcasts brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. Time to find out what everybody learned today. Carey, would you like to start us?
Well, I knew this, but I learned that you don't like Kyle Pitts at all as a football player. Not as a human being. He's probably a fine person.
Yeah.
But as a football player for your Atlanta Falcons, you're not a fan. He bothers you. I think that's
you know
harsh.
what? Darnell Mooney is banged up right now. They don't know if he's going to play week 1. Ray McLeod has kind of got the slot taken care of. Drake London is our wide receiver 1 in Atlanta. Now's a perfect time for Kyle Pitts Sr. to go off.
Saying. That's all I've been saying.
And he is a unicorn. That's what everybody keeps saying.
You don't see those guys, those unicorns at all.
And why is that?
Because they don't exist.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, unicorn, they said, Marsh. Combination wide receiver, tight end.
Well,
you know what that tells me? He's nothing.
You know what
He's got no position.
Those two do have in common?
What?
They both have, actually, both of them don't have hands.
Unicorns? Oh,
that's true, yeah. Yep. You know, Pitts' hands are fine. He just can't get open.
He'll be all right. He ain't had a real quarterback throw him the ball yet.
Yeah, very true, except for Matt Ryan. Although he did have his best season as a rookie.
There you go.
What I learned today, guys, is that Carey and Jamie do care about me, my feelings, and the fact that I am a proud alum of the Central Michigan University. Chippewas, fire up chips, because Carey and Jamie both said that they're going to watch some CMU football this year. In fact, Jamie took it a step further and said that he will watch a full game and have a full breakdown of the game that he watches.
Is he going to go to a game?
I don't know if he'll go to a game. I won't hold him to that. But the fact that he did say that he's going to watch the whole game, have a breakdown, boy, that means the world to me.
I watched the Chippewa game last year.
Against your Illini.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a different. We're a different team now. Different team now.
Different people, different person.
Yep.
Yeah.
Marshy, what did you learn?
I learned that if you think somebody else is in the wrong for whatever you do or whatever you think they did, just take a step back.
Yeah.
Because maybe you're in the wrong.
Now, do you have a specific example of what you're talking about?
No.
Sometimes you just got to be careful of what you accuse people of doing.
Yeah.
And make sure that you yourself are all the way in the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Nailed it.
Yeah, just make sure you're in the right spot.
Yeah.
All right, Marsh.
Yes.
Would you like to do some criticisms and compliments?
Absolutely.
Or go to the 3 stars of the day?
No, let's do some criticisms and compliments. Ledoux Lawn Boy said, cute show, boys. We had a cute show today.
Cute?
That seems very
That's okay. No, you can be
disrespectful.
Nah, it's fine.
I don't know why.
It's fine, Anthony.
Okay.
By the way, did you guys see the picture of Ryan Day this weekend?
Yeah, with his shirt?
With his shirt.
Yeah, I saw that.
Was that real?
I
believe so.
Was it?
Why wouldn't it be?
Oh, because there's a lot of fake stuff on the internet these days.
Now, Anthony, everything you see on the internet is real.
I don't know about that.
What are your thoughts on that?
It's a man in a shirt.
Are we talking about like the whole? He may have gotten some.
I don't think that's what that was.
Okay.
Nah.
It looked very like what we're alluding to.
I mean, we could just
What are
say
you alluding to?
it looked like the nipple rings.
I don't think
Looked like a nipple piercing. And Johnny Crossville wants to know if that will be our next punishment.
Oh, I'm not getting a nipple piercing.
No, it will not.
Nah, no thank you.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll pass.
Maybe he told somebody that if they won the national championship, that's what it'll do.
That's funny. That's damn funny.
I mean, I'd be telling people that, though. Like, hey, listen.
Yeah.
I told
This is what I
Jack
did.
Sawyer that
If we won the natty,
if we won the natty,
I'd do
that's
it.
what's going to happen.
You don't have to keep it in. Like if you did,
exactly.
get it,
That's what I'm saying.
Unless you liked it. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think Ryan Day is an interesting guy. I want to have a beer with that man.
Mm-hmm.
Hang out.
All right. We get a text from the 314. Happy NFL season eve, boys.
Thank you.
One more sleep, fellas.
That's it.
One more sleep.
One more sleep.
And we got boys. Birds.
Oh, you just got birds. The boys.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a blowout, but I'll watch every second of it.
Yeah. The boys will be there.
Every second of that blowout.
Yeah, this will be fun, man. Clean fun. You're an Eagles fan now?
Yes.
Huh? You're a Nick Sirianni? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you owe him.
I owe him.
You owe him.
I mean, I'm not a fan.
An Eagles fan.
Him.
You should have heard the crap he was talking before he went to the bathroom at Hot Shots last year.
That was last year when he was calling Nick Sirianni the fake Italian.
Yeah, I call him the Olive Garden version of Italian.
Said it out loud.
Olive Garden's good.
But he called
some good bread.
So is Sirianni.
Another Italian brother.
Yeah.
A fake Italian.
Yeah.
It's honestly one of the worst things you can call an Italian. But I apologized. I was wrong. I was wrong about the Eagles. And I was wrong that day, Marsh, when I said the things I said to Rachel about her Eagles.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Am I a fan of the Eagles? No. But
you are.
Am I smart now when it comes to the Eagles and the fact that they're going to win the Super Bowl? Yeah.
I'm rooting for the Eagles. One of my close friends is a receiver coach for the Eagles. Rooting for him.
Brandon Lloyd?
Aaron Moorhead.
All right.
Receiver at Illinois. Close enough.
Oh, yeah, we got it. Brandon Lloyd was a receiver at
That's
Illinois.
what I said. You're close enough. You're all together. The same receiving room.
There you go.
You ready for the 3 stars?
Bet your sweet ass we are.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 Stars of the Day. Presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Sports betting the way it should be.
All right, 3rd star of the day goes out to not green stickers, but green seats. We hope Jamie has a fun time tonight
Boy,
at
he's
the
had a
baseball game.
He's had a green day.
Yes.
It's also a band.
Wow. That is a band.
I'm sure he's listening to Green Day
I don't
as
know
he
what they
goes to
sing.
his green.
They sing American Idiot.
Yeah.
Don't want to be an American idiot. I would have never known that that's them. I know the songs, though.
Yeah.
I'm proud of me.
The song's going to sound the same to me, but, you know.
They do, actually.
You did nail it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's no Alice in Chains, but
Not at all.
Hell no, it's not.
With Alice Cooper.
No.
All right, 2nd star of the day goes out to proposing at sporting event.
Good luck to
just
that
before.
guy.
Just before.
Yeah. And, of course, our 1st star of the day goes out to that parking attendant.
Oh,
Yes, that just did her job.
Yeah.
Jamie was absolutely in the wrong. Go back and listen to the podcast, first segment, if you're wondering what the hell we're talking about. All right, that'll do it for us. See ya.